أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذ قال إبراهيم رب اجعل هذا البلد آمنا وجنبني وبني أن نعبد الأصنام رب إنهن أضللن كثيرا من الناس فمن تبعني فإنه مني ومن عصاني فإنك غفور رحيم. ربنا إني أسكنت من ذريتي بواد غير ذي زرع عند بيتك المحرم ربنا ليقيموا الصلاة فاجعل أفئدة من الناس تهوي إليهم وارزقهم من الثمرات لعلهم يشكرون. ربنا إنك تعلم ما نخفي وما نعلن وما يخفى على الله من شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء. الحمد لله الذي وهب لي على الكبر إسماعيل وإسحاق إن ربي لسميع الدعاء. رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair, lovely recitation, and Allah accept, Ameen. Welcome back, Ahlan wa Sahlan, MashaAllah, yet to another episode and another year. We have been blessed, Alhamdulillah, with all the brothers and sisters that have attended, but other than that, Alhamdulillah, with our honorable guest, Maulana Adam Kapadia, who is not only from Medina Tulum teacher, not only Al-Habib Trust, but Alhamdulillah, all these ulama you see here, Maulana Abdul Hamid Sahab, Maulana Mahmoud Sahab, Maulana Abul Hassan Sahab, Jubail, your teacher's teacher, so our Ustad, my Ustad, Maulana Adam Sahab, he will be delivering this presentation, inshallah. Anyone who's been here before, then you know that, alhamdulillah, we were looking forward to it, and we don't want to miss it come next year. And before the program we started, we said, Ustad, make sure please that you never give up this, and this is what we want to see every year, inshallah. So we pray that may Allah Ta'ala bless our Ustad continuously as Allah is blessing him. May Allah bless him with siha and afiyah and everything else. May Allah accept him to come again and again every year and to deliver this presentation. I'm not going to mention anything about the presentation because that you'll have to see yourselves and then you'll realize why you don't want to miss it, inshallah. But one of those pillars of Islam from the 5 pillars, first of all, we have been blessed with Allah has given us the ability to come on this Sunday afternoon when mashallah lovely weather outside, but we decided to take the chance and Allah has accepted, He's given us the ability to come to the house of Allah. We should remember the hadith on the authority of Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, as mentioned by Imam Muslim in Kitab al-Masajid and many other Aimah, that the Prophet of Allah said, أَحَبُّ الْبِلَادِ إِلَى اللَّهِ مَسَاجِدُهَا وَأَبْغَضُ الْبِلَادِ إِلَى اللَّهِ أَسْوَاقُهَا. The most beloved places in the sight of Allah are the masajid, are the masjids. And the ones that Allah is not happy with, the aswaq and the suq and the bazaar and the markets, where sin takes place. So we are right now in the best of places. So that in itself is a blessing of Allah, and we've come to seek knowledge. And the hadith is مَنْ خَرَجَ فِي طَلَبِ الْعِلْمِ فَهُوَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ حَتَّى يَرْجِعَ. The one who leaves in pursuit of knowledge, he or she is in the path of Allah until they return. So you and I are in the path of Allah, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. All praises for Allah, and we should always continue to praise Allah, because the Arab poet mentioned that I used to complain about my footwear until I saw the man without feet. So alhamdulillah, all praises for Allah. Without any further ado, we will suffice until here, inshallah. We will call upon our honorable guest, our teacher, Hazrat Maulana Adam Sahib, to deliver this Hajj presentation. Jazakallah khair, barakallahu feekum. May Allah accept you all. And sisters, on a quick note, if anyone needs to go to the bathroom or anything, then they can leave by on my left, and they can go to the Al-Hikmah school. The girls' school is open. They can visit the bathroom over there. And the fire exit, obviously, for the sisters is down the left. Fire exit for the brothers is down the right. But make sure you just follow one of the ulama here and you should be safe. Bismillah tawakkaltu ala Allah. Inshallah, we're not expecting a fire drill or the alarm to go off. So if it does go off, then it's a real one, inshallah. Don't panic, be cool and calm. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. There's pads, the writing pads on the girls' side and the brothers' side. So if you want to take any notes, feel free. Also, if you have any questions that you wish to ask, you're more than welcome to write them down and send them forward, inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا مولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام من حج لله ولم يرفث ولم يفسق رجع كيوم ولدته أمه كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. My dearest brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, first of all I would like to thank, I'm also a student, I'm not a teacher as this brother has explained, mashallah. I'm still a student and I'll always be a student to the rest of my life. We are here, mashallah. First of all, we all need to clear our intention that we are here to seek knowledge. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that whoever comes out from their house to a place to learn knowledge, basics of Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes his path to Jannah easy. So remember, brothers, we need to learn about salah, we need to learn about fasting, we need to learn about zakat. Similar, we need to learn and prepare ourselves for Hajj before going for Hajj. Many brothers, I have noticed last year especially, a lot of brothers went for Hajj, and obviously last year was a time when first time they opened after COVID, and what happened that it was so difficult because so many people went, less people went, and half of them didn't even know what's happening. So many people didn't have any groups set as well. People didn't know who to go to. I had phone calls from Saudi Arabia literally every day, telling me, Imam Sahib, we are here, what shall we do next? We are here, what shall we do next? Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, so we try to help, that's what our time is, we try to help people. So Alhamdulillah, we did our best. But what I'm trying to say here is, let's learn something properly, so at least when you go there, you've got your tools ready. So at least you know what to do next and when to do. You don't have to look at anyone else. You've learned, Alhamdulillah, and you need to follow that, inshallah. Hajj is the fifth pillar of Islam. If you look at my hand here, there are four fingers and a thumb. This thumb is Shahada. Imagine if somebody takes the Shahada out, then what's going to happen? 4 fingers are left, that is no Iman. These 4 fingers are not going to be used because they need the thumb. Second is Salah, which is always with the thumb, connected. Third is charity, which you give all the time. And this one, then the last one is Hajj. Hajj is only once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime. Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was asked, do we have to do Hajj every year? Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, he stayed quiet for a while. It comes in Bukhari Sharif that he stayed quiet for a while. And then he said, no, you only have to do once in a lifetime. And look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah says in the Quran, وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ هِجُّ الْبَيْتِ مَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ إِلَيْهِ سَبِيلًا. That Hajj is only compulsory upon the person who can afford it. Now you all know, brothers, we are in a time now when the prices don't even start from 9,000. Understand? So if somebody doesn't have money, why you worry? Your Hajj is not even farz on you. But Hajj can only be farz. You need to understand here that when you are going for Hajj, the only days of Hajj is 5 days. That is why you're going. So if I can go for these 5 days with any price which I can afford, only for these 5 days and few days here and there, and I can afford the price, your Hajj has to be done, it's compulsory. Medina is not, you see, many people, many brothers, I found out last week when I did my Hajj seminar in Birmingham. So many brothers after that, we were having a discussion, and they said, Imam Sahib, we got a visa for 17 days, 9,000 pounds, but Medina is not included. I said Medina is not included in Hajj anyway. We only go to Medina because Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam loved it. He's the one who taught us Hajj. If he wasn't there, who would know about Hajj? So because of that, we go to Hajj, and because we love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and because of that, we go to Medina Munawwar. As you can see on the screen, it says Hajj is by invitation only. What does that mean? Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that explanation about Hajj is invitation only, we found out in now than last year. Imagine, from England, only 4,000 people are allowed to go for Hajj this year. Only 4,000 people. It was 3,600, but another 400 came up and it was not sold in 2 hours. So only 4,000 people are allowed this year. Now those 4,000 people are going, they are selected by Allah. Not by government, not by anyone else. Think like that. You have been selected by Allah. When Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam built the Kaaba, Allah said to Ibrahim alayhi salam, go and make an elan to call the people for Hajj. Ibrahim alayhi salam said, who am I going to call for Hajj? I can only see my wife and my son. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, Ibrahim, your duty is to make the announcement. My duty is to send your sound throughout the globe. And alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent it around the globe. Whoever was going to do a Hajj at that time, they all said labbaik. Not only that, brothers and sisters, that voice of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam went in Alam-e Arwah, where all of us were there, because all of us were created in one go when Allah created Adam alayhi salam. But we were there in Alam-e Arwah. We only come here when our time comes. So all of us were there, and in one go, all those people who are going to do a Hajj till the day of Qiyamah, they said, Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the amount of time you have said Labbaik, that is the amount of time Allah will take you for Hajj. Let's pray that we have said so many times, and inshallah Allah takes us. Say Ameen. Ameen. So this is what it is, brothers. If we and sisters, we are invited. So let us go in that way. As I already mentioned, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, whoever does Hajj, and in Hajj, there are 3 things. If he stays away from there, one is called Rafas, one is called Fusuk, and one is called Jidal. What is rafas? If you are going with your wife, in ihram, your wife becomes haram in those cases where you cannot have intercourse with her, you cannot kiss her, you cannot even think about those kind of things, and neither your wife similar. So that is called rafas. Your own wife in that perspective becomes haram. Fusuk means foul language. You know, Haji gets angry very quickly. The heat of Saudi Arabia, mashallah, you know, and then, he doesn't get food on time. They say when a Haji is hungry, he's angry, right? So what happens here? We need to control ourselves. So fusuk. And the third one is a boxing match, right? I've seen Hajis, mashallah, bashing up each other, right? I've seen it. I've seen sisters punching up each other, right? So this is jidal. When you stay away from these three things, rafas, fusuk and jidal, you will return back home as though you are born today. It is hard, but inshallah, if we go according to day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy for us. So this is what the whole scenario is. Now Hajj Mabrur. What is Hajj Mabrur? Hajj Mabrur is a Hajj where you took consideration of every farz, every wajib, every sunnah, every mustahab, every nafal. Everything was done properly. You will come as though you are born today, and your reward now is Jannah. There's nothing else. Your reward of Hajj Mabrur is Jannah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our Hajj Mabrur. Say Ameen, brothers. Now, I would advise you, brothers, that make sure that your passport, you have some photocopy of that, take some picture of your passport, understand, and keep it safe with you as well. And inshallah, because you've got an app, there's an app called Nusuk. Make sure you download that app on your phone. Okay? That app, you will need that app all the way. I've got my app in my pocket, in my phone, understand? My phone has got an app as well, Nusuk. I've got it, I've logged in as well. So Nusuk is there. Nusuk has to be in your phone. Because wherever you're going to go in Saudi Arabia, you will find that the ID will be checked. Many places your ID will be checked. They don't want anyone else to come for Hajj. So they will make sure that only those people are there who are Hajjis. So you will always be checked. So Nusuk, you have to be there. Nusuk app will also help you in Medina Munawwara. Because in Medina Munawwara, to go in Riyazul Jannah, you need to book your slot. Understand? And then on the Nusuk, you book your slot, and when your slot is booked, you go there, and inshallah, they look at it, they look at your booking, and they let you go in. Understand? So alhamdulillah. For salam, you can go anytime. 24/7, you can go salam and carry out. That doesn't matter. For going into Riyazul Jannah, you need to book. So Nusuk will be there as well. Nusuk will help you in the 5 days Hajj as well, many places. For example, your timings of pelting the shaitan, when to go, all these things are going to be there. So timing is going to be according to that. So make sure that you have the Nusuk app on your phone. Okay, don't forget that. Secondly, brothers, Ihram. If you are flying, not directly. If you are flying not directly, you are going to go to Turkey or either Egypt or either other places. You're flying from Dubai or Qatar or whatever. If you're flying from a different country then going to Saudi Arabia, then make sure that these 2 pieces of clothing for brothers, I'm talking to you, these 2 pieces of clothing, the ihram and your slippers are in your hand luggage. Don't leave it in your suitcase. It should be in your hand luggage. Why I'm saying that, brothers and brothers? A long time back, I'm talking about 10 years back, I was with someone with Hajj, and I think we were in Turkey or somewhere, and we stopped there, and he comes running to me, he goes, Maulana Adam. I said, what's the problem? They said, oh my, he's panicking, first time in Hajj. He said, I forgot my ihram in the suitcase. So I said, brother, you know what you do? There's a news agent around here, get a Times newspaper and just wrap it. The thing is, you got to understand the common sense here. You need to, that's why I'm saying you need to learn these things. So make sure that your 2 pieces of ihram and your thing is in your hand luggage. Okay? If you're going directly from here to Saudi Arabia and the Saudi Airlines, fair enough. You can wear it at the airport before you book getting the plane. So that is one thing I would do. Money-wise, get some 50 riyals and 20 riyals less to carry. Make sure it's 50-pound new notes. I know the old notes which are hiding under your pillow, don't use them. Huh? Yeah. They won't accept it. Yeah. So all the old notes which are, mashallah, 1,000 and 1,000, which is hidden in your mattress, make sure you change it quickly. Yeah. So They will not accept not even one single old note. I'm telling you now. So don't take all the old notes and scratch your head over there. When your wife is going to get angry, Sona kaise kharidenge abhi? Yeah. So make sure that you have your new notes. Okay? Secondly, take some riyals with you. How much riyals? I would say if you can take 100 riyals, fair enough. The reason I'm telling you that, when you arrive Saudi Arabia, Hajj terminal, you want to have a cup of tea, you're sitting there. You want to have some biscuit, you want to have something to eat. Now, there's no money exchange here. How am I going to eat? Now you're going to Hajj brother, Abdul, can I have 5 riyals? Abdul is going to think, this guy is asking money today, he's going to be with me all Hajj. What am I going to do? So he'll get worried. So that is why, brothers, please, 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 I always advise this, take some riyal. And you can get it from the post office as well. Money exchange, get it. A bag of backpack, you know, for your champal, for your sleepers. The pictures are going to come anyway, I'll show you. So basically you'll need a belt like this. I'll show you, brothers. These are for brothers especially. You need a belt like this, or any belt, you know, keep one of them. Have a clock as well, make sure your phone has got a time, so you can wake up for salah on time, okay? And then you can have this tasbih, you can buy that, it's only 1 riyal. I was trying, I just got late. Or else, there is a company where I was trying myself, I would have given you free, inshallah, but I didn't have it. One of the Maulanas over there, if you could, I've got those book packs as well in my car, okay? So whoever's going for Hajj, just find out how many people are doing that. You can give it to them, inshallah. I'll give you the keys, it's just outside. One of you can get it, inshallah. So not in a hurry, you've got time to go with it. And then money belt again, this kind of money belt. This is a special Haji belt, which is in the market as well. Sometimes you want to sleep and the lights are open because in the room there are 4 or 5 people. So you need that as well. You need a safety pin. You can put a safety pin on your ihram. Okay? You can put a safety pin where it can save on one place. There's nothing wrong. Sleepers like that, or another one which I'll show you. And earplugs. The reason I say earplugs is, you know, sometimes you got 3 brothers in the room, right? And one guy is a generator, right? Generator means, you know, when you're sleeping, you know, drilling up like it's drilling a wall. Understand? You can't sleep. So it helps sometimes, you know, you put that. At least, but make sure you tell someone to wake you up for salah. We don't want that you 24 hours sleeping. Yeah. Sunglasses, there is nothing. You see, we are allowed to wear 2 pieces of clothing. We don't cover anything on our face. But sunglasses, you need it because Saudi Arabia is too bright, too heat. You know, when you walk in Haram, the mataf is marble, white. It reflects in your eye and you can't even open your eyes. Understand? So you need to have that. We need sunglasses in this country where a little bit of sun comes out. So in that country where it goes 70 degrees, 60 degrees, you need sunglasses. Any sunglasses, you don't have to have a posh one. Yeah. Wesley, especially for brothers, right? Because the brothers the reason is, you know, we have to walk with nothing inside, no clothing, only ihram. Alhamdulillah, many of you are habit of wearing lungi, that's fine, understand? But I don't think you wear lungi 24 hours, when you go to your work as well, you know, lungi, no you don't, understand? You wear your boxer shorts and all that. So we need that because obviously your thighs are going to get rubbed. And you know, I don't want after a few days you walking like that, understand? Yeah, I don't want that happening. So make sure that you massage it properly. Yeah, your thighs, huh? Yeah. Medication, make sure that your medication, don't ask your doctor if you're on blood pressure or diabetic, any medication, please don't forget the medication. Regarding medication, I advise you, make sure that when you take box, your name sticker is on it. Because on the customs, they might be saying you bring drugs and you'll be in Saudi Arabia in jail for good. Understand? So we don't want that to happen. Plasters, you know, because you might have blisters because you walk on that marble. My advice, I've seen so many videos of this year's Umrah. And you know what? I've seen many people walking with slippers, doing tawaf with slippers, footwear. That is not respect. You know, we think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Musa alayhi salatu wasalam to climb Mount Tur in the heat, take your slippers out. Understand? And we, mashallah, walking, have some respect for the masjid, you know. There are footwear you can get it, right? But you cannot cover this bone, remember. So there are footwear which you can wear them just for the masjid, okay? Then you don't wear it anywhere else, okay? Then you can do that. Okay. Now, when you make your niyyah is the intention. When you make it, then some things become haram, okay? So let's, let me just quickly go over this because I don't want to waste most of your time.
Are you going to have these slides on the paper?
I want your concentration on that. It will be more better if you have your concentration, inshallah. Okay. I'm sure if it's someone recording this. Right?
Should we get a link?
Oh. Is it live? No. Oh. All right. So, brothers, preparation has to be done. Okay. Secondly, if you're owing money anyone, then make sure you get that clear before you go. If, for example, you got a loan somewhere and you paying, your loan is being paid every month, your fee, your money is coming in the account, your money is being paid, that's fine. That's understandable. I'm talking about you took some money from someone and then you got no irada now to give or that. First, you need to clear your debt before you go Hajj. Hajj doesn't become compulsory. Remember that. Secondly, brothers, that Hajj is easy. However you make it, that's how Hajj is going to be. Alright? So inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy. Secondly, brothers, let's talk about the Hajj now. There are three kinds of Hajj. Number one is called Hajj Tamattu. Right? Remember this one. That's why if you got paper, something, brothers, you can write it down as well. There are some papers of Maulana Sahib, if you can pass on some paper or some brothers if you want to write anything. Hajj Tamattu means that Hajj, which is when you go from here, most of the people from England, they do Hajj Tamattu. Hajj Tamattu means you make the Umrah intention. As you leave here, this country, your intention is to do Umrah, not Hajj. Your intention is to do Umrah. Okay, remember this, brothers, what I'm talking about. Because this is what most of you are going to do. When you leave your home, you make your intention in your mind. Don't make your intention quickly until you don't wear the ihram. Because first of all, you're going to do your Umrah. So intention has to be Umrah. So when you arrive Saudi Arabia, you go around the Kaaba 7 times, Tawaf, Safa Marwa Sa'i, and then you shave your hair or trim your hair. You're out of your ihram, you're in your normal clothes now. When Hajj will come, you wear another same ihram, you can go in the washing, you can come back, wear the same piece of clothing again, and then you can start your Hajj. So there are 2 ihrams in one journey. It's called Hajj Tamattu. Remember that. Second one is called Hajj Kiran. What does Hajj Kiran mean? You are going to wear this ihram with 2 intentions. Umrah and Hajj together. Umrah and Hajj together. So when you arrive Saudi Arabia, you did the tawaf of the Kaaba, you did the Safa Marwa Sa'i, and after that you don't shave hair, you don't trim as well. You stay in these 2 pieces of clothing until your Hajj finishes. It is hard, it's easy if there are only a few days left for Hajj between your Umrah, between your travel. That's fine. But it's going to be hard. So what I'm saying is Prophet ﷺ is the one who did Hajj Kiran. Hajj Kiran is easy if you're going right, going from first Medina, and then from Medina you're going to Mecca, and just few days before Hajj you are in Mecca, you can do Hajj Kiran. Understand? Because you just have to do Umrah, and only 2 days you're going to be in Ihram, and then your Hajj will start, and then you'll be in Ihram for another 3 days, and you're out. Understand? So basically 5-6 days you're going to be in this 2 pieces of clothing. But because you are in these 2 pieces of clothing for this many days, make sure that there are some rules. Understand? You cannot put itar on, you cannot do this, you cannot cut your nails, you cannot comb your hair, all these things are going to be there. So you need to be very careful of that. If your wife is with you, you have to be careful as well that you don't end up doing something wrong. So all these things have to be on its place. Hajj Ifrad is only Hajj. Hajj Ifrad means I arrive Saudi Arabia, I do the tawaf of the Kaaba, it is called welcome tawaf. Welcome tawaf. Not the Umrah tawaf, welcome tawaf. And then I do the Sa'i, which is called the Sa'i of Hajj. And then I stay in Ihram again, same, until the Hajj finishes. So basically, in Hajj Kiran and Hajj Ifrad, you'll have to stay in Ihram all the way till Hajj finishes. Only in Hajj Tamattu, you do your Umrah, you're out of your Ihram, and then before Hajj, you put the Ihram again. I'm sure all of you are familiar with that. Remember, brothers, if there's any questions, we'll have a question answers at the end. So whenever something you don't understand, write it down as a pointer, and then you can ask me at the end, please. Now, what is Ihram? Ihram is declaration, niyyah. That is what Ihram is. Now, once you make your intention, for men are not allowed to wear any sewn clothes. Men are not allowed to wear any sewn clothes. So man have to take out all his clothes, and the only thing he's going to wear is these two pieces of clothing. These are the two pieces of clothing. These are the two pieces of clothing the man is going to wear, nothing else. Understand? So these are the two pieces of clothing one to wear. This is why this clothing is called ihram. In reality, ihram is the intention. Reality, ihram is the intention. But once you make your intention, you have to be out of the clothes. So you need to put these two pieces of clothing first, then you're going to make your intention. Are you with me, brothers? First you're going to have a quick bath, clean yourself, put as much deodorant you want to put on your body. You can put Vaseline, everything, clean, take oil on your hair, everything you do. Understand? After that you wear these two pieces of clothing, and then you make your intention. After that you're not allowed to do anything. Understand? Now how do you wear this ihram? I always show you how to wear this ihram. So it becomes easy for some brothers who don't know how to wear ihram. If you know how to wear a lungi, then it will be easy, inshallah. Both clothes are same, exactly the same size. So it can be, this one can be the top, this can be the bottom as well. So what you do is, this side you take it more, this side you take it more, and this side less, and then bring it till here. Bring it till here. You bring it till here, and then you move it like this, right? Till here again. Don't take it round and round, it's for the sari. And then bring it here, right? And then you fold it one time, right? Only one time. Then what you do is put your belt. Put your belt. Because you got sursutta over there. So you have to put this, right? And then you cover it. Make sure you cover it properly from the back as well. Yeah. Because mashallah, we don't want somebody to cut it, yeah? Yeah. And your 50-pound notes are going. So make sure that you cover it properly. You need a belt. The reason behind this belt is because you're going to put your foil inside, you're going to put some money inside. You don't have to take all your 10,000 pounds which you have got for shopping in there. No, only few riyals in there. For hair cutting, 10 riyals, 50 riyals, that's enough. Understand? Because after you have your haircut, you want to have some burger or anything. Understand? Afterwards. So for that you want to have some food. So that's why you need some money, but not too much money. You don't go for shopping. So this is one. Second one is, now remember, brothers, you need to make sure that it's folded properly, and don't keep on folding and folding, or it will come up. Yeah. So make sure your satar is covered as well. Make sure that it is covered properly, brothers. Covered properly. I have seen brothers, mashallah, they wear ihram, and then they're sitting like this, and mashallah, the brother who's sitting in the front, he is seeing the whole globe. Understand? So that is not good as well. You have to make sure your satar is covered. A man's satar is from the belly button till here. So I have seen brothers wearing ihram, and they have got mashallah, big tummy, and their ihram is hanging here, and their tummy is hanging here. Understand? That is not good. Your belly button is part of your satar. The belly button is part of your satar, you have to cover it. Okay? So you cover your belly button and you cover your knees. Okay? That's your satar. Secondly, this ihram, the top one. Now the top one, it's easy, just like this, and then cover it back. Simple, finish. And you have to stay like this all the time. All the time. When you're going to do it, I'm going to show you that, not now. So at this moment, I'm just showing you the ihram, the how to wear an ihram. Okay? Practice this at home every day before you go. So at least go upstairs, downstairs, run, so you know that your ihram is secure. Because we don't want you in that crowd, you just walking with the crowd, and next week you found out where's my ihram gone. Understand? So make sure that your ihram is secure and tight. Alright? Yeah. I'm being honest with you because that has happened to some brothers. So, yeah. So inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. Okay. Somebody wants to practice afterwards, they can come and I'll show you again, inshallah. Okay, so that's one. Sleepers. I prefer this kind of sleepers. The sole is thick. Understand? The sole is thick as well. And you only need it while you're in ihram. Understand? Or else you can wear anything what you like. But this is the main point. The reason I'm explaining you, brothers, you see that bone over there? This bone over here, that bone, this one. That center bone has to be exposed all the time. You cannot, because many brothers are asking, can we wear sandals covering? Now, if your sandal is just covering this area, then your ihram is not going to be done. You need to make sure that that area is exposed all the time. Don't buy flip-flops Because flip-flop, the bottom bit is very thin, understand? And when you're walking too much, it might start getting holy, alright? So that is why it's better to have the sole thicker. And these ones are very good because I've used it, understand? By the way, this is my feet anyway. Yeah. This is another method. You can use this, but make sure that center bone is open. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Alright. A bag like this, it will help you because in Mecca, what happens? It's a huge place, right? You enter from here, you put your slippers somewhere, and then you're doing tawaf, safa, marwa, and now you're saying, "Mere champal ka hai." Understand? Now you're thinking, where did I put it? Understand? It doesn't mean that you go outside and you see the 100 of slippers, yeah? MashaAllah, free, buy one, get them 10 free. No, it's not like that. So you need to make sure that you carry it with you all the time. Doesn't matter. In the masjid, you can carry it. It's in the bag. So you carry it with you, at least wherever you will come out for any gate, it will be easy for you. Okay. I already showed you about ihram, so I don't want to go into more. Sisters who are sitting, our honorable sisters, your ihram is any clothes you can wear. This is just a picture of white clothing, but ihram is any clothing you can wear. The only thing, sisters, you have to be consider is that your face has to be visible. Means your face is not covered. Now those sisters who are wearing parda all the time, for them you can buy a baseball cap, and just put a clothing on top. So that clothing is not touching your face. So at least your parda is done. Because imagine you're doing parda all the way in Luton, and you go in Saudi Arabia and mashallah everybody look at you, subhanallah. There is the deen came out from Makkah and Medina, and then deen, you're not violating the deen over there. So you need to practice that. Sayyidina Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha, she is mentioning that I did not cover my face, but whenever men were passing by, I used to put a cloth on my face. But besides that, I didn't cover my face. So when the ladies are sitting among themselves, you don't have to cover. Only when you are with the man, that's when you cover. So your ihram is anything. You can wear any footwear. Understand? I don't mean high heels, you're not going to a party, but you can wear any kind of clothing, it is fine for you. And sisters, one great thing about you is, my honorable sisters, you can do tawaf any time near Kaaba. Nobody's even going to stop you. Understand? Because brothers, for you, you have to be in ihram. If you're not in ihram, then you have to do tawaf in the masjid area. Understand? You can't not do tawaf in the mataf. But sisters, you can go anytime. Nobody's going to ask you, are you doing umrah or not? Understand? MashaAllah. So sisters, you can tell your husband, ja, udhar ja, or lamba tawaf kar. Main chota tawaf karti. So this is for sisters, MashaAllah. That's good for you. Okay. Let's go further on, brothers. Now, okay. What are things for? Now you're in ihram. Some things are going to be haram for you. Number one is your wife. In that perspective, is going to be haram for you. Understand? Number two is obviously you're not allowed to. It is wrong to violating language. I already explained you all this anyway, so I don't want to say again. Don't hunt anywhere. If you go hunt, mashallah, you'll be in the prison for good. Don't kill the lice as well. Unko bhi tawaf karne do aapke sar ka. Understand? So don't kill the lice as well while they're on the hair. You can't not do it. Applying fragrance. You cannot put fragrance. In Bukhari Sharif, Sayyidina Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha says that I used to put a lot of itar on Prophet Sallallahu ihram before he wore the ihram. Understand? So before he came into ihram, I put a lot of perfume on him, and also before he went for tawaf and ziyarah. So that shows that before you can, not afterwards. Okay. Using, face towel is not allowed as well. You cannot use face towel to wipe your face right after wuzu. So you can use paper or tissue, that's fine, but not a towel. Remember that. While you are in ihram, okay? Because you want to touch the cloth on your face. That's why. Okay. Wearing stitched clothes, men, they're not allowed. You're not allowed to wear any stitched clothes. Don't worry about this. Many brothers were asking me, the Maulana Sahib, what about belt? Belt is stitched as well. Belt you don't wear as a cloth. It's not a cloth. It's not part of your clothing every day. This is something you're wearing because there's no pockets and it's a need. So that's different. Okay. Wearing footwear, I already explained you that as well. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Permissible things, obviously, you can change the ihram. What does that mean, brothers? While you're in this ihram, two pieces of clothing, you go in the bathroom, you can take them out. It doesn't mean you're going to be out of your ihram now. Obviously, you cannot have a bath in there. So you can take out them. You go in the toilet, you can take them out, hang them, doesn't matter. Okay? You can change them as well. For example, it got dirty because some salan came on, some dal came on, somebody was walking at. So obviously you can just change another one, wear another pair. Doesn't matter. So you can change ihram because your intention is still with you. Okay? To remove sheets as well, you can do that as well. Because what happens, I give you an example, brother. At night time you're going to be sleeping in that same 2 pieces of clothing as well. And you had a wet dream, right? So now what's going to happen? Your bottom one is dirty. So what you do is, you go in the ghusl khana, you wash the bottom one and wear the top one and the bottom, make the top as a bottom and keep your top naked for a while until it gets dry. Understand? And inshallah, if you put it outside in the balcony, it will get dry in just half an hour because it's too hot over there. So then you can use it on the top. So you can change it. Understand? So in that manner, you can always wash it. Okay. Use miswak. The reason is try to use, you can use toothpaste as well, but don't use a simple toothpaste. Don't do too much minty thing. Understand? Because the food-wise as well, we need to be careful. We are not allowed to eat saffron and all that as well in the food. So we need to be careful what we're eating while you're in ihram. Okay. Too much masala, no good anyway. Yeah. I'll explain you why. All right. You wear money belt. All right. Now, first of all, what you're going to do, brothers, is have a bath at home, clean yourself, go to airport. Before you sit in the plane, if you're going direct flight, I'm talking about a direct flight, right? Before you sit in the plane, you're going to wear these 2 pieces of clothing and read 2 rakats. Okay? 2 rakats, making the intention of ihram. But don't make the intention yet, just shukr. The reason of 2 rakats is to say Allah, I'm going in a precious journey, in a great journey, make this journey easy for me. Understand? And help. That's what it is. But don't make your intention yet. Where you're going to make your intention now? When you go through the customs, you sit in the plane, and the plane is moving in the air now. And the plane's destination is Jeddah. The plane is moving either from Turkey, either from London, either from Manchester, either from Luton Airport. But the plane's destination is Jeddah. Right? So what you do, when your food comes, mashallah, eat your food. After food, before you go to sleep, right? Make your intention. Make your intention. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, look at it. Prophet sallallahu 1400 years, I'm taking you 1400 years back. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made his intention not in Ja'rana, not in the masjid. He came out, he sat on his right, and then he made the intention, and then he read the talbiyah, and then the right started moving. Understand? He's trying to indicate us something for us, that you do the same. When you sit in the plane is moving now, that's when you get the intention. Okay? Why I'm saying that, brothers? You made your intention at the airport. You went inside. The custom guys go, hello, sorry. You cannot travel. Your name is not even there. I think you're booking next week. What are you going to do now? You're going to come back to Luton Masjid. You'll have to stay in Ihram now for 1 week. MashaAllah. Every namaz you come in the masjid, you're in Ihram. People will be thinking, MashaAllah, he's doing tawaf of Luton Masjid now. So brothers, make your intention while the plane is moving and going to Jeddah. That's my advice to you. Okay. Now let's go further. Umrah. What is the intention? This is the intention. I'm going to read one time. Allahumma inni uridul umrata. Because you're doing umrah. You're not doing Hajj first. You're doing umrah. If you're doing Hajj Kiran, then the intention is different. And you're going to get booklets anyway, brother. Don't worry about it. You're going to get some booklets, inshallah. So it's simple booklets as well. So it will be easy for you. The dua is written there as well. So what is the dua? Allahumma inni uridul umrata fayassirha li wa taqabbalaha minni. Oh Allah, I am intending to perform umrah. Make it easy for me and accept it for me. This is the dua. You can say it in Bengali as well, in Punjabi as well, in Gujarati as well, or you can say in English or any other language. Okay? Easy. You just have to make this intention. Oh Allah, I'm planning to do umrah. Make it easy for me and accept it. Inshallah. After that, you're going to read the talbiyah. Let us read all together. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wan ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika. 3 times you have to read this. How many times, brothers? 3 times. Once you read this 3 times, now you're in Ihram. Now all those things which are forbidden will stop. Understand? There is a hadith in Bukhari Sharif mentioned by Sayyidina Usama ibn Zayd radiallahu ta'ala anhu and Fazl bin Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Both of them are saying that we sat on Prophet Sallallahu camel, we took turns. Half of the place Usama was sitting behind Rasulullah Sallallahu and other right Fazl bin Abbas was sitting. And both of them are saying the only thing which we heard Rasulullah Sallallahu reading most of the time was Talbiyah. Understand? So while you're in Ihram, the best tasbih is this. You start reading. When are you going to stop reading this? When you arrive in Saudi Arabia, when you arrive near Makkah, near Kaaba, and you are going to start your Umrah. Remember this. When you arrive Makkah, you're still in your hotel. You still can keep on reading it. Before you start your Umrah, that's when you're going to stop reading. After that, you don't read. Okay. Now this is the boundary. You see that circle there? There's a boundary. Why do we have to make our intention? Because Jeddah is in Haram. Miqat. Jeddah is in the Miqat. So before arriving Jeddah, we have to be in Ihram. If somebody arrives in Jeddah without Ihram, then he'll have to give a dam. Understand? A dam is a goat. Alright? If you arrive without Ihram, then dam will be wajib on you. So make sure that you have to wear your Ihram before you enter into Jeddah. Sisters, you need to make your intention. You don't have to change any clothing or anything. Just make your intention in the plane, same thing, and before you enter into Jeddah. Most of the airlines, they tell you 1 hour before crossing the border. 1 hour before crossing the border, the pilot makes an announcement that we are going to cross the border in 1 hour's time. Start making your intention. Get ready. And in Saudi Arabian planes, because they have got a special place at the end, you'll see people there changing clothes inside the plane. Understand? Taking the jubba out and everybody out and wearing the clothes and stuff. Why didn't you do that at the airport? So similar. I remember one brother sitting next to me in the plane once and asking, Mom Sahib, are we allowed to wear underwear? I said, what happened? They said, I forgot to take it out. Now he's dragging his underwear in the seat. Understand? So brothers, please make sure that everything is out, your socks, everything. Maulana Sahib, take your pagri out, everything. Understand? Everyone has to look the same in front of Allah. That's what it is, nothing else. Now, Hajj Terminal. I'm just going to go through some pictures. So, Hajj Terminal will look like. You're going to be arriving there, inshallah. I don't know, a lot of changes have happened because I haven't been for the last 3 years, so I don't know. So a lot of things might have been changed by these 3 years after COVID. Allah knows best. In customs, be calm. You'll be in the line. They're going to check your Nusuk app as well. They're going to check you as well. Understand? They'll check your pictures as well. Make sure they're the right person. Is it Abdul or is it Maulana Nurul Amin? Understand? Or Maulana Abu Masud Saeed Saab? Understand? So they're going to check who's going for Hajj. Okay? So they'll check properly. And so make sure that you're standing properly. They'll take your pictures as well. And your fingerprints as well. Understand? Yeah. So if you do any dodgy business over there, they know who you are. Once you're out of your... These are some pictures anyway. Don't worry about it. I'm just dragging it because there might be something different over there by now. Okay. This is all Hajj Terminal. It's a big airport. Okay. Mobile SIM cards. Most probably get a SIM card over there. You'll need a SIM card. The reason is because you'll need to put a Saudi number. You'll need to put your Saudi number into the Nusuk. Understand? Because the Saudi number has to link with the Nusuk. Because that is all your details. Big brother is watching you every step. Yeah. When you arrive in Saudi Arabia, the time you arrive, you land to Saudi Arabia, you leave, somebody has got an eye on you. Understand? So, and the Nusuk app is following you exactly. Yeah. They know where Abdul is running around. Yeah. So, this is a telephone. There are some companies there, the prepaid, SIM cards, you can buy them. So, either you can buy them from the airport or from Makkah.
So you recommend using Nusuk with Saudi SIM, not English SIM?
I don't, But because you have already done from here, so because Nusuk has already know your English number, doesn't matter, that's also going to be there.
You just swap it.
Both of them will be there. Both numbers are going to be there.
But you take your English SIM out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So make sure you keep it safe, right? You don't want to lose it.
So how will we add the Saudi number to the Nusuk?
It will happen over there when you go. They'll tell you. I haven't been there after Nusuk, so I can't give you more details. The changes happen every day. Understand? Today I decide, we're gonna do this tomorrow. They do it. Understand? So you just follow the flow in that.
So, you know, if you've got
Let's
two
we come to the
people-
questions afterwards.
Sorry.
All the questions at the end. Because if I start asking questions here, we'll be sitting here till Isha. Understand? And we don't want that to happen. We need to finish it by Asr. Okay. So, this is just your journey, how you're going to travel and all that in buses. I mean, there are the places of traveling as well. If you're going alone, then at least you can catch a train as well from Jeddah to Makkah. But most probably, if you're going in a group or something, you'll end up in going in a bus. This is the entrance of now. Now you see when I was showing you that diagram, the miqat. In Makkah, there is a diagram, another one which is called the miqat, the haram miqat. Understand? And that is a sacred miqat, which was made by Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Allah informed him to make a diagram of it, an area that this area is called haram. Understand? I'm not talking about the haram masjid. It's a big, massive area. Understand? Outside haram as well. So that is all called haram. Now once you enter there, when you go from Jeddah, when you arrive in Makkah, you will arrive through this bridge. And that is the entrance of haram now. So that is a sacred place you're entering now. This is from the other side. Understand? Yeah. Okay. Now you're in the hotel. One advice to my brothers and sisters, when you arrive in Makkah, don't rush. Because many brothers, sometimes what happens, they arrive in Makkah and they just want to get out from these two pieces of clothing. Oh man, I've been in these two pieces of clothing for the last 24 hours, I want to get out. Calm down, have a rest, go for your salah, don't miss your salah, and come back to the hotel. One salah, if you read in Very Park Masjid with Jama'ah, you get sawab of 25 or 27, according to your intention. That same salah, you read in Makkah and Masjid al-Haram, you get 100,000 salah. Look at the difference. So don't miss that opportunity. Read your salah in the masjid. And, okay, when you arrive in the hotel, have a rest, have your food. Once you fit enough, mentally, physically fit to do now your umrah, that's when you get ready and go to the haram. But before that, you can go to the haram, read your salah, and make your intention. Look, before we start our umrah, let's at least see the Kaaba first. Because you're going to do that, you need to see the Kaaba first. So let's see the Kaaba first and make as many dua as we can. And then do umrah afterwards. I would advise you, try to do your first umrah when it's a little bit cooler, either after Isha or don't do near namaz times. Okay? Because you're gonna get confused for yourself. So either do after Isha, or you can do after Asr, or after Zohr, it's too hot, after Asr, after Fajr. Understand? But try to do it in a time where you don't have to worry about another Salah coming up in the way. Understand? And after Isha, will you do it as well? It will take your time, because you're in your ihram, inshallah, so you're going to do tawaf near the Kaaba anyway. Understand? So you will finish about half an hour to 1 hour, it depends on the crowd, and then you can go and do your sa'i. Sa'i is a straightforward walking, so that will also take you about half an hour to 45 minutes walk. And that finishes, inshallah, your umrah. It all depends on the crowd, and that builds the time. That's what you need to understand. Now, this is the Masjid al-Haram. There are the different gates. Approximately 92 gates are there. So gate number 1 is Babi Abdul Aziz. Babi Abdul Aziz is the gate number 1, King Abdul Aziz gate, and then all the gates are surrounding that way. So it goes like a tawaf. Understand? So until the end, Babi Fahad ends here, and it becomes gate number 82. The reason I'm telling you the gates is, if you're going first time, when you come out from your hotel, you go to the haram. First time you're going, make sure that you tell your wife, can you see the shops around here, this can be our sign that this is where our hotel is and this is the route to haram. When you arrive there, you can make a meeting point. In case we get lost, alhamdulillah, you will have your phones with you anyway, but in case we get lost, our phone can be lost as well, this is the area we're going to meet. If we don't see you here, we'll see you in the hotel. Simple as that. So don't just stand here for all night. Your wife is waiting you the whole night and you've been snoring in your bed. MashaAllah. So make sure that this thing, this is why I show you this thing. Going to the masjid, MashaAllah, may Allah take all of you there, inshallah. See those green lights over there? If you see the green lights, that means there's space inside. If you see the red lights over there, that means no chance, there's no space inside. So you'll be ending reading namaz. Brothers, is Kaaba, is Makkah, is not Luton. The Luton You got to receive at home. You hear the imams, the muazzin saying, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, and you come out from your house. Oh, I'll get my namaz. Here is different. Here, try to be there in the azan time. When azan is called out, make sure you're there. Because you go late over there, you're not going to get namaz inside. You'll have to read outside. Your namaz will be done, inshallah, but you're going to be reading outside. So make sure that you try to go as sooner as possible. When you enter the Masjid of Haram, this is the dua you're going to make. Allahumma aftah li. Listen. Bismillahi wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Rabbi gfir li dhunubi wa aftah li abwab rahmat. This is the dua you read when you enter in Makkah as well and when you enter in Medina as well. These are the duas you need to remember. This is the duas you read when you enter in Masjid al-Nabawi and Masjid al-Haram. Okay? This is the dua you read. So, Bismillahi wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Rabbi gfir li dhunubi wa aftah li abwab rahmat. Okay. Let me go further. Now, seeing the Kaaba first time. Brothers, when you see the Kaaba first time, first of all you're going to read Allahu Akbar la ilaha illallah. And then you make dua. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, one day one of his students came to him and he said, Imam Sahib, I'm going for Hajj. When I see the Kaaba, what dua shall I make? Imam Sahib said to him, make this dua, Oh Allah, accept my dua wherever I make dua. So imagine if that dua is accepted, inshallah, wherever you're going to make dua, that will get accepted. So please remember me in your duas as well. When you see the Kaaba first time, may Allah give me siha, may Allah keep me fit physically and spiritually fit. So this is the Kaaba. You look at it and cry and make dua and thank Allah. The Allah, until now I was looking at the picture of the Kaaba. Today my naked eye is looking at the Kaaba. Alhamdulillah. So this is the, thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, just for your information now, okay? You can test yourself afterwards. That is the Kaaba. That area which is between Hajar Aswad. You see, Hajar Aswad is near the door. The corner near the door is the black stone. That's where the black stone is. Last year, brothers who went for Hajj, they could not even touch Hajar Aswad. They couldn't even go because that place was cold. Now they have opened it. Understand? So it's going to be easy, inshallah. But it all depends. Don't jump around there. The corner before Hajar Aswad is called Rukn Yamani. Right? That is Maqam Ibrahim. That gold case is called Maqam Ibrahim. And that semicircle wall is called Hatib. When Sayyidina Ibrahim a.s. built the Kaaba, that semicircle wall was inside the Kaaba. But when Rasulullah s.a.w. built the Kaaba, they didn't have enough money, so they left as a wall. So we can read Nafal Namaz inside. Alhamdulillah. So this is how the Kaaba is. Now between the door of the Kaaba and Hajar Aswad, that wall is called Multazam. Multazam means you put your chest sticking with the wall and crying to Allah. It's a place it's going to be always crowded. Always crowded. It's where to get a turn over there is like something. You're either going to push someone and that is not good. So if you get a chance, alhamdulillah. Now, just for your information again, when you're doing tawaf of the Kaaba, you see, what happens, I'll just give you an information. I'll stand over here, so sisters over there. You see wherever the door is here, for example, if the door is here, the Hajar Aswad. So on the wall over there, you will find there'll be a green light on the wall. Because sometimes you don't know where Hajar Aswad is. You're doing tawaf. When I'm going to know my turn is finishing. Okay? So you'll see that on the Kaaba is there, but on the wall over there is a green light, tube light. From there you will know that, oh, I'm coming near the Hajar Aswad. Okay? There will be always a signal on the wall. Remember that. You can do tawaf or read namaz on the top first floor as well, where you can see the Kaaba. Or this is the area where you can come and look at the Kaaba first time and make dua as much as you can. Escalators can take you downstairs near the mataf. Okay. This is Hajar Aswad. That's the Rukn Yamani, the wall before the Hajar Aswad. You don't have to touch this, but you'll see people diving for it. This is the area of Mataf. Now, as I said, sisters, you can go anytime over there. Brothers, you're only allowed there with ihram. If you're not in ihram, they will not let you go there. But you only wear ihram when you do umrah. So if you're not doing umrah, you're in normal clothes. So when you're in normal clothes, you'll have to do tawaf in the first floor. Okay? Now, another lesson to learn. On the Kaaba, they put a lot of perfume. Listen very carefully, brothers. On the Kaaba, they put a lot of perfume. So while you're in ihram, that's the time you're going to go near the Kaaba anyway. So while you're in ihram, you're not allowed to touch the Kaaba. Because you are in your ihram and you're not allowed to touch perfume, and the Kaaba has got a lot of perfume. Okay? So, inshallah, afterwards, if you are just in your ihram, you finish your everything, you just still 2 pieces of clothing, you've shaven your hair as well, but you're just in your ihram, you haven't taken it out, you can go near the Kaaba and touch the Kaaba as much as you like. But you have to be out of your ihram to do that. There are ways of doing it if you want to do it. Okay. Inshallah, you'll get a chance for this as well if you get, inshallah. But remember, again, in ihram, you don't touch the Kaaba because there'll be a lot of fragrance on the Kaaba. So these are few things we're going to be deprived from this year as well. I don't know why. Okay, this is inside the Kaaba. I just put the picture. You don't have to worry about it. We're not going to read namaz inside. Unless you're from royal family. Don't say Prince Charles right to later. I'm King Charles, sorry. Okay. So this is the Hatim. This is the place where, you hardly go there as well. There will be a time where they will open it for you to read your Nafal namaz at night time. But most of the time it's closed. This is the last year's picture. See, they had a wall round, built. So nobody could go near and touch the Kaaba. But that is been removed. Because in Umrah people went, alhamdulillah, in Ramadan. That wasn't there. Okay, now we're going straight to Umrah now. In Umrah, there are 4 things. 2 are faraz and 2 are wajib. Okay? Now what is faraz? You're already in ihram, you've done 1 faraz. The other faraz is the tawaf of the Kaaba. In Umrah, to do the tawaf of the Kaaba is faraz. 7 times going down on the Kaaba. Sa'i, going down Safa Marwa is wajib. And then either shaving or trimming your hair is wajib. So these are the 4 things in Umrah. So in Umrah there are 4 things. One is your ihram that is already there. Secondly is your tawaf of the Kaaba. Third is your sa'i of Safa Marwa. And the 4th is shaving your hair. This is like you go Umrah any time in the year. Same. Now, there are some rulings. There are some things which are, so for example, first of all, you have to make your intention. The first thing you make your intention. This is compulsory. Before you start your tawaf, before you start your namaz, don't you make your intention? I'm reading Zohar namaz or Asr namaz. Similar, before you start your tawaf, you have to have your intention. That I'm doing the tawaf of my umrah. Okay, remember that. Because it's going to be your umrah, not anyone else. It's your umrah you're doing it. Secondly is the tawaf of the Kaaba is wajib as well, doing tawaf of inside the haram, not outside. You have to do it inside. You have to do it personally doing tawaf, not someone else. You don't pay someone else to do your tawaf. No. Nowadays, alhamdulillah, the wheelchair is as well. Any person who's disabled as well, they can also do their own tawaf. Every person. The only person who's completely bedridden, that's different. Or else, every person has to do their own tawaf. Wajib in tawaf, you have to have your wudu. Without wudu, you cannot do tawaf. Without wudu, you cannot do tawaf. You have to have your wudu. Okay? Okay. All 4 rounds, make sure that is 4 rounds. I give an example now. If you went 4 rounds, you've done your 4 rounds, and in the 5th round, your wuzu broke. What you do, inside the haram there are taps somewhere, go and do your wudu, and come back and start the 5th. 5, 6, 7, finish. If you broke your wuzu in the first 4 rounds, then you'll have to start again. But if you have done your 4 rounds, then you've done the faraz bit. And now you just have to worry about the 3 which you can do your wudu and start again. Sisters, I'm coming to you now. If you are in your menstruation days, you can go anywhere you like, but you are not allowed to go and do tawaf. You're not allowed to do tawaf. So for example, I'll give you an example of Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha. When Sayyidina Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha left for Medina Munawwara with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for Hajj, she wore her ihram, she made her intention for Hajj. On the way, it took them 8 days. Remember that 8 days journey on a camel. Before she arrived Makkah, her days of period started. So she started crying. Prophet ﷺ said, "Why are you crying for? This is something which Allah has made in the daughters of Adam alayhi salam. So you don't have to worry about it. What you do now, change your ihram intention into ifrad. Because you're going to do Hajj now, you cannot do Umrah. So you go and stay in the tent, stay there until your day will come for Hajj, then you start your Hajj." That's what Hazrat Aisha did. So those sisters who are in the periods, when you go over there, your husband can go and do his Umrah. He can come out from his ihram. Yeah, don't have to wait for a wife. There his days as well, the mere bhi din hai nahi. You finish your ihram. You come out from your ihram. And then what you do, when your wife will have to do her tawaf of Umrah, join her. Or you can do a second Umrah. Understand? You can go to Masjid Aisha, wear your ihram, come and do an extra Umrah, Nafal Umrah with your wife. Understand? Wife is doing her Umrah tawaf and you doing another Umrah. So you can at least be with her near in tawaf as well, inshallah. That is another good scenario which I can give you. Okay. So the wife will do her tawaf afterwards. But if her days are not going to finish, if sisters, your days are not going to finish until you know that it's going to finish when Hajj is starting, then you'll have to change your whole intention into ifrad. That's the one solution I'm giving. Okay. Start from the start from the right. So you do the tawaf right. Okay, anti-clockwise you do tawaf. Okay, you'll see the people walking that way. Not that you start walking, I want to walk this way. I'm from United Kingdom. Can't do that. Okay, including a hatim. Alright, let me just open it so it becomes. After you finish your tawaf, 2 rakats is wajib. Remember, 2 rakats is wajib behind Maqam Ibrahim. Behind Maqam Ibrahim means any place. You don't have to be right over there. I've seen people reading, behind Maqam Ibrahim means where Maqam Ibrahim you want to stand. There's a whole crowd doing tawaf and you're standing in the middle. You're a fool. Understand? Go at the back. There's so much space where people are reading the salah. Read with them. Or any place in haram. But don't disturb people who are doing tawaf. So this is called 2 rakats of wajib. Now these 2 rakats, I'm telling you one thing. Listen very carefully, brothers and sisters. These 2 rakats are not allowed to be read 3 times. After Fajr till sunrise, after Asr till sunset, and it's Zawal time. You are not allowed to read these 2 rakats. If you are doing tawaf after Asr, because in Saudi Arabia, they read their Asr Salah at the beginning time. They follow the Hanbali or Shafi Mazhab, so they read their Asr Salah at 4 o'clock. And then Maghrib Salah is at 20 to 7, because it's summertime over there. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot summer over there. So it's 4 o'clock and Maghrib is at 20 to 7. Look at the time, nearly 2.5 hours distance. In that 2.5 hours, you decided at 5 o'clock, I want to do some tawaf. You did 1 tawaf, 2 tawaf, according to the time. You cannot read the 2 rakats. After Maghrib, after you read your sunnah, you have to read the 2 rakats of how many tawafs you have done. If you have done 2 tawafs, then you have to read 2 for each tawaf. If you've done 3 tawafs, then 2, 6 rakats. This is what you're going to do. But you read afterward. Same thing, if after Fajr, you read tawaf, because cool time, you want to do tawaf, you are not allowed to read the 2 rakats. Once the sun rises, then you read the 2 rakats. How many tawafs you have? Zawal times is only 3-4 minutes, so it doesn't make any difference. And I don't think you want to do tawaf at Zawal time. The sun is right on top of your head, and it's 60 degrees heat. Sunnah. Okay. Sunnah is the istilam of the Kaaba, istilam of the Hajar Aswad, kissing of Hajar Aswad. Kissing of Hajar Aswad, there are 4 methods. Number 1 is directly kissing with your lips, impossible. Right? Because you're in Haram, you don't want to touch the Kaaba. Touching, impossible. With the stick, the 3rd measure. You're not playing snooker over there. Right? Because there's so much crowd, where you got to say, okay, this guy's coming out, let me put the stick. The best method is giving a flying kiss. and you will get the same reward. Inshallah. So that is called istilam of the Hajar Aswad. Ittiba, I explain you what ittiba is. So let's go one by one, explain to you now, inshallah. So alhamdulillah, you've come to the masjid, you've entered the masjid, you make an intention now, you've come in near the Kaaba now, you're just about to start your tawaf now, you first of all, you make the intention. What is the intention? Allahumma inni uridu tawafa sab'ata, I'm making intention, going 7 rounds of the Kaaba for Umrah, make it easy for me, access for me. That's the dua, okay? Yeah, you don't have to do in Arabic, you can do in any language. Then you do idtiba. Now, before you start your tawaf, this is the cloth, the top one which you are wearing, the top cloth which you are wearing, this one, right? You are wearing till now like this. Just before tawaf, you're going to open up, you're going to take it down like this, and you're going to let your arm visible, your right arm visible, okay? And this is going to stay like that until you finish your 7 rounds. Your arm will be visible for the whole 7 rounds. Once your 7 rounds finish, you cover your arm again. Okay? You will find so many Hajis over there, all the time they're walking around like this. Oh, bro, I know you got biceps or muscles. No. Cover yourself. All the time, cover yourself. Only when you're doing tawaf. And which tawaf I'm talking about? Which tawaf? Listen very carefully. The tawaf that have a sa'i afterwards. That tawaf which has got a sa'i afterwards. If you are using this for nafal tawaf, you don't do this. You have to cover. Understand? This is only when I'm going to do a sa'i of Safa Marwa after tawaf. Understand? That will be it. So listen, this ruling, keep in your mind. So this is called ittiba. Hajar Aswad, I already told you about kissing. So let's go further. Now, you want to start your tawaf. Now listen very carefully, brothers and sisters, please. Because this is the method which I'm going to teach you now, is for every tawaf you're going to do. Every tawaf you're going to do. Right? This is how you do it. Now, you are ready now to do tawaf. Hajar Aswad is in that corner. Hajar Aswad is in that corner. You've arrived here and you're about to start. The first thing you do is, you're completely opposite Hajar Aswad. You raise your hand till your ears, as though you're starting a namaz. You raise your hand till your ears while saying like this, Bismillahi Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd. Bismillahi Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd. And then straight away, you face your hands towards the Hajar Aswad like this, saying Bismillahi Allahu Akbar, and kiss your hands. I'm saying it again. When you're there, right opposite the Hajar Aswad, quickly, do it quickly because you don't waste time here, because a lot of crowd is there. You straight away say Bismillah Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd, because this is only in the beginning. You don't have to do afterwards. Only in the beginning. Bismillah Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd. You raise your hand till your ears, let them go, and then straight away like this, facing the Hajar Aswad, and then kissing your hand by saying Bismillah Allahu Akbar, and then start your tawaf. Start your tawaf. Okay? Sisters, when you are facing your palms towards Hajar Aswad, it has to be in the height of your chest. Okay? In the height of your chest. Because Hajar Aswad is there. Many brothers I've seen, many sisters as well, they raise their hand like that. Understand? When you have to face your hands towards Hajar Aswad, I have kissed Hajar Aswad, alhamdulillah. So I know that Hajar Aswad, I have to bend like this when I kiss Hajar Aswad. So Hajar Aswad is in this height of mine. So I have to do my hands this. This is what I do, and then I kiss my hand as though I've kissed Hajar Aswad, and I carry. So this is what you do. Bismillah, Allah. What's up? The screen's gone off.
So raise your hand, say the niyyah, and then put it there and then kiss your hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Bismillah, Allah. And carry. Where's the technician gone? The laptop is on. Acha, let's carry on. The second thing is, brothers, it's called ramal. This is for brothers, not for sisters. Sisters, you don't have to run too much. Be cool and just walk. The screen is not here. All right. Let's have some water. Okay, brothers. Ramal. What is Ramal? Ramal is walking like a soldier. Okay? Yeah. Now this is only while you are in Ihram. This will only be done while in Ihram, not in Nafal Tawaf. Not in Nafal Tawaf. This is only while you're doing the Umrah. Oh, that's. So how you do Ramal? Ramal is walking like a soldier. Take your chest out and just walking like this. That's what it is, nothing else. Understand? And that is only in first 3 rounds. How many rounds, brothers? First 3 rounds. That's it. After that you walk normal. I can remember some years back, an uncle was just next to me and he was jumping around on one place. So I had to tap the uncle and I said, uncle, if you want to go over number 1, then go outside. Don't stop jumping around. The reason is, there is no jumping around. You only do Ramal if you can do it or just walk normal. What is Ramal? When Prophet ﷺ came for Umrah after Hudaybiyah, the Mushrikeen of Makkah, they were sitting on the other side, opposite of Hatim, the other side on the mountain, and they were watching them. And they were talking among themselves that look at these Muslims, why they went to Medina, they became so weak. If they would have stayed in Makkah, they would be alright. So Prophet ﷺ was informed by Allah. So Prophet ﷺ told the Sahaba, walk like a soldier, show them we're not weak, we're strong people. Understand? So Alhamdulillah, that was only done in first 3 rounds. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu, in his time, he came to the Kaaba and he said to the Kaaba that, why do I have to do Ramal? There is no non-Muslim here watching me. But then he said, I will not leave the sunnah of my beloved Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam what he did. So Ramal will be done till the day of Qiyamah. Okay? Yeah. But nowadays, we hear so many stories, non-Muslims are mashallah walking around in Haram as well nowadays. Yeah. Allah maaf kare. Now this. The dua Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana. Okay. Listen, brothers. When you're doing tawaf of the Kaaba, between Rukn Yamani and Hajar Aswad, Prophet ﷺ has mentioned that you read Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati. There are books in the market that you can read this dua in the first round, this dua in the second round, this dua in the third round. You don't have to worry about that. You can read any dua you like. Any dua. These are buzruks, pious people, ulamas. They have compiled some duas for us to make it easy for us. Understand? To ask something from Allah. That's why they. But imagine you're walking around the Kaaba and you don't even know what you're asking. You're just reading it. So you should know what you're asking from Allah. You can ask anything from your own language, but while you're walking around the Kaaba. Another thing, brothers and sisters, when you are doing tawaf, don't look at the Kaaba. And don't roam around here and there. Look down, keep on walking, concentrate as though you are in salah. You can talk to someone, but talking means talking some worldly thing, some deeny talk. Talking, teaching someone, that's fine. But make sure you are watching. Not that, okay, after tawaf, what we're going to go, what we're going to eat today, pizzas or burgers, No. So better to do tawaf, concentration should be there. That's meaningful. Now, this is the diagram I'm going to show you about tawaf. So keep your eyes open because I'm going to show you the diagram here. When you start your tawaf, brothers, so you came here, this is the area you came. You have faced the Hajar Aswad, right? And you said, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. And straight away, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, facing the Hajar Aswad, you kissed the Hajar Aswad. And then you started your first round. So you started your first round from here, you're walking all the way around, So when you're walking all the way around, you can read anything you like, anything. Until you come to this corner, that corner, this corner. From that corner, this corner, till this corner, this area, this is the area where you're going to read Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban. Okay? And you're going to read it a lot of times. Because this area is like a proper traffic area. Understand? Because people stop here for a while, so people get traffic jam around here. So you get a lot of time to read your Rabbana atina fid dunya. And it's a very powerful dua. What does that mean? Oh Allah, give me all the good things of this dunya, all the good things of the akhirah, and save me from Jahannam. How powerful that dua is. Understand? So this is the dua you read. Then you come here for the second round. When you arrive here, what you do? That's when you turn towards the Kaaba. That's when you turn to the Kaaba. And just raise your hand like this. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, kiss it and carry on. Only one time. Not three. I've seen people, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, Bismillah, and they're just stopping you. They're just stopping the traffic. So just one time, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, kiss your hand, carry on. Then you go again. Then you go all the way around. Again, you're doing ittiba, remember, you're doing ramal as well. Ramal as well. So you come in here, you're coming to the third round. When you arrive here, you just have to raise your hand till your chest. Okay, till your chest and kiss your fingers and carry on. That's your third round, third kiss. Okay? So you've done one kiss, you've done the second one. Then you come all the way around, you came here, you start here your fourth round. Now before starting your fourth round, remember, now there is no ramal, no walking like a soldier. Normal walk now. Okay? Then you start your fourth round, normal walk all the way. Then you come to the fifth round. When you come your fifth round again, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, kiss your hand, carry on. Then you come all the way to the sixth round. Same thing again, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, kiss your hand, walking around. Then you come to the seventh round. Same thing again. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, kiss your hand, carry on. Until you finish your seventh round, you've done 8 kisses. How many kisses have you done? 8. You started with the 1, and when you finish the 7th round, you did a 7, 8 kiss. You still got 1 left. I'll tell you when. So you've done your tawaf. So you come here, as I said, you come here, you've done your ittiba, you started the first one, first round, second round, and third round, you do your ramal as well. Sisters don't have to do that. Sisters don't have to worry about ittiba as well. So when sisters, you also just keep on walking, and similar from year to year, you read Rabbana Atina, and the only method is just till your chest like this. So what you do is, you raise your hand like this, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar in the beginning, right in the beginning. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi Hamd, let it go, and then Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, and kiss your hands and move. That's what you do. So all the time, you only kiss, the only time you see the Kaaba is when you are in front of Hajar Aswad. Besides that, you don't look at the Kaaba in Tawaf. Remember that. Kaaba is going to be on your left side, and the Masjid al-Haram is going to be on your right side. Because you're going to do anti-clockwise. Okay. So, mashallah, you finish your Tawaf. And this is the same method. Now, when you are doing your normal Tawaf, in your normal clothes, then you don't have to worry about Ramal, you don't have to worry about Ittiba. There you just walk normal. Okay? They are the same method of doing Tawaf, same. So every time you do Tawaf, you can do Tawaf for yourself, you can do Tawaf for anyone. I always advise people, do your Tawaf first, and then pass the Sawab to someone afterwards. If I did the Tawaf, for example, if I was doing Tawaf, I said, I'm doing Tawaf for my father. In the beginning I said that. Then that Tawaf will only be for my father. If I did for my mother, that is only for my mother. I made an intention, I'm doing the whole Tawaf I did, and I said in the beginning, this Tawaf for Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is for him. And then the second Tawaf I did, and I said, after Tawaf finished, I raised the hand, I said, Allah, I did the Tawaf, send the Sawab from Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu till today, all the Muslims. Understand? How? MashaAllah, you done one Tawaf and you send the Sawab to billions. Understand? Huh? Alhamdulillah. And Allah gives that billions every Tawaf Sawab as well. Not that Allah Ta'ala makes a cake out of it and puts one piece for you and one piece. No. Allah gives every individual one Tawaf Sawab. Subhanallah. This is Allah's power. Okay? So, this is what you do. So please don't forget me as well in your Tawaf. Allah. So that is your, mashallah, the method of doing Tawaf. Okay? If you didn't understand anything, shall I say it again or shall I carry on? Everything is alright with it? Inshallah. Okay. So let's go to the next one. This is Maqam Ibrahim. Maqam Ibrahim is the footprint of Ibrahim alayhi salam. You know when Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam was building the Kaaba, Allah sent Jibreel alayhi salam with this stone. Or it is some narration is mentioned, Ismail alayhi salam found this stone on the mountain. It was a unique kind of a stone, which never somebody saw it. And he gave his father, and his father stood on the stone, and as the wall was going up, the stone was carrying him up as well. He didn't have to hire any JCB or anyone. Alhamdulillah. That stone took him everywhere. No scaffolding, nothing. Allah made it that also happen that his footprint was engraved in the stone. A stone is a rock. Understand? Your footprint, you have to have a clay or something to make it like that. But this was happened. And his footprint till there. You will see many brothers and sisters over there. They will be kissing that that golden case. You don't touch it. You don't do anything. There's nothing to do it. It's all bid'ah to touch it. It's all bid'ah to do it. I've seen people taking out their topi and rubbing it on the... You don't have to do anything. It's just there as a maqam Ibrahim. Why is it maqam Ibrahim? It's a sign that behind there you read the 2 rakats. That's what it is, nothing else. So you read your 2 rakats behind there anyway. And then after that you go and drink Zamzam water. In Saudi Arabia, you will find so many bottles like this in the market. Put them away. The best drink you're going to drink there is Zamzam water. Okay? You can get the Zamzam water in a little drum as well. Keep it in your fridge in your hotel. Anytime you go for namaz, take a bottle like this, fill it in, bring it home, and put it in your fridge. Okay? Yeah. But make sure that you drink Zamzam water there as much as you can. Your whole system from the head till down should be filled of Zamzam. Understand? So Zamzam should be there. Zamzam is the best medicine in the world. Alright? For spiritual and physical medicine. Alhamdulillah. So let's go further on, brothers. So this is Zamzam water. The taps are going to be there. You will find those drums over there as well, everywhere. Understand? It's ice cold water as well. I advise you, brothers, please try to mix it with a little bit of other water as well, which is not so cold. Okay? Because I don't want you to get sore throat very quickly. Stay away from fizzy drinks as much as you can. I know it's hot over there. You just want to drink as much as you like. Okay. The dua after drinking water, Zamzam water, it says, Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'un wa rizqan wasi'un wa shifa'an min This is the dua also you can read, wa shifa'an min kulli da'in wa saqmin bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. This is the dua you read after drinking Zamzam water. Understand? Zamzam water is so great, whatever intention you make, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it happen. If you say, Allah, I'm drinking Zamzam water, I feel like eating biryani today, and drink Zamzam water, you'll feel like you ate biryani. Understand? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it happen. Okay. Any cure, you got a headache, you have Zamzam water, make your intention, Allah, give me cure, Allah will give you inshallah. After that, you want to go to Sa'i, Safa Marwa. Okay? Now, I'm just trying to show you some signs, but you need to understand it. When you finish your Safa Marwa, right? When you finish your Tawaf, and you went Maqam Ibrahim, Maqam Ibrahim is around here. After you finish your Maqam, there's Maqam Ibrahim, right? And that's Hatim. After you finish your Maqam Ibrahim, you start walking towards that area. There you will see the signs here. There. You see the signboards here? Those signboards are saying that go inside, you will go towards Safa. Understand? So signboards are going to be there. So it's written in English and also in Arabic. There, the signboards are there. Oh. It's called Masa. Yeah. Not Masi, Masa. Or not Messi. Yeah. And then you go to Safa. Safa mountain. I'm just going to open it up first, then I'll explain. Okay. Safa Marwa is 7 rounds, and Sayyidina Hajra alayhi salam, she went from Safa to Marwa 7 times. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala liked it so much, Allah made it compulsory on whoever does Umrah and Hajj, they have to do Sa'i. Understand? So Safa Marwa, when you can do, if you broke your wuzu, now listen very carefully, brothers and sisters. If you have to have your wuzu, it's mustahab to have your wuzu in Safa Marwa. But if you broke your wuzu while doing Sa'i, it doesn't matter. Understand? But in Tawaf, you are not allowed to do your Tawaf without wuzu. This is Safa Marwa. This is how it looks like. This is the green lines where you have to run. Now, you see the area, this is the Safa mountain, right? It's golden area. When you come to this area here, you see this is a crowd. You will stand here facing towards that way, towards the Kaaba. Understand? Before we couldn't see the Kaaba because there are so many pillars. When the new construction took place, they didn't put pillars, they put beams. So it's all a big, massive area now. You can see Kaaba straight from there. So when you climb that area here, you'll be standing here, you can see the Kaaba. While seeing the Kaaba, you just face the Kaaba, make dua, oh Allah, I'm making the intention of Safa Marwa. I'm doing the Sa'i of my Umrah, make it easy for me, accept from me, and Allah, and then you start your. So once you finish your dua here, you carry on this way. This is the way you're going to walk. This is the round, straight walk. Safa Marwa is a straight walk.
Is the
So,
internal?
Yeah,
it's inside. Yeah. It's inside a building.
Yeah, inside. So Safa Marwa is ground floor, basement, ground floor, first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth. So if there's a crowd in first floor, you say, too many people, go in the first, second, any floor, we can do it. Same. This is the lights you will see on top in some area where it's called the area where you have to jog. Okay, that's the area where, so you'll see the lights on the top all the way. So that is the area where you have to jog. Okay, that is called the jogging area. Okay, this is the picture in the daytime, the area which you have to jog, and this is the picture of the night time. And now sisters again, you don't have to jog, so don't worry about sisters. You just walk, normal walk. This is for brothers. For brothers, make sure that once you finish your jogging, you wait for your wife. Huh? Yeah. Don't just run away. Yeah. Okay, in a hiding that saying, after saying she might eat my head, she might ask for shopping. Yeah. Now, look at this diagram, right? What you did, you finish your tawaf. This is Maqam Ibrahim. You read your 2 rakat, and then you come walking towards here. Okay? This is Safa. You start your Safa, you walk this way. You walk this way and you will be coming this way. So Safa to Marwa walking this way, coming this way. You see these 2 lines here? That is the area where you're going to jog. Going time as well and coming time as well. So Safa to Marwa 1 round, Marwa to Safa 2 round, Safa to Marwa 3, Marwa to Safa 4, Safa to Marwa 5, Marwa to Safa 6, Safa to Marwa 7. Not like Safa to Marwa to Safa 1, or it will be, mashallah, dragged out like anything. So Safa starts, it ends on Marwa. Okay? Both places you have to jog. Again, brothers, make sure your ihram is secure. Yeah. We don't want that you are there and your ihram is here. No. So make sure that this is a jogging, proper jogging, right? You're going to run, you're going to jump around. Because I know, like this, Rabbik fir warham, innaka anta al-azra, like that. That's how you properly jog. Doesn't matter if you sweat around. So this is how you jog. So this is the jogging area, this is the walking area. Once you finish that, now another ruling. On every mountain, you stop, make dua. So when you, on Safa you start, make dua. On Marwa when you stop at the first round, make dua. Stop on the second one, make dua. So every time you stop, make dua. Understand? And those duas are accepted. Okay? So mashallah, you've done your umrah now. Now is left of shaving your head or trimming. Now it's your choice. So many people what they do is, and I really get angry on some brothers when they cut their hair before they go. Khuda ke bande, leave your hair. Cut over there. Let your hair get buried over there. Understand? Yeah, in Saudi Arabia. So inshallah, one day your body will be buried there as well, inshallah. Once Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was asked, shall we shave our hair or shall we trim? Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam didn't say yes or no. Very simple answer Prophet gave. Prophet said, Rahimallahul muhallikin. May Allah's mercy be on those who shave their hair. Not beard, huh? Hair. Yeah. Then he was asked, what about muqassirin? What about those who trim? He said again, Rahimallahul muhallikin. Allah's mercy on those who shave. He said, what about muqassirin? He said, Rahimallahul muhallikin. And the 4th time he said muqassirin. So he gave dua 3 times to those people who shave. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did 4 umrahs in his life and 1 hajj. 4 umrah and 1 hajj. Every time he shaved. Let us do the desire of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Doesn't matter. Many people ask me, Imam Sahib, I've shaved my hair. And then before Hajj, again, Allah, my hair is not even grown a little bit. I have to still do it? Yes, you still have to just take a blade and move it on your head. Okay? Little hair will be there. I remember one thing. When I went for Hajj, this was a long time back. First time I went, 94. My hair was this long. I was young like Maulana Nurul Amin. He's still young, mashallah. So, my hair was still long. I was a killer minister that time. I think Maulana Nurul Amin was a little toddler. I went for Hajj. There was a group guy with me, mashallah, he had an airport 80, because he had a mashallah, only hair here, nothing there. So we went to the barbers. Right, and the barbers goes to me, 10 riyals for you, 10 riyals for you. And the guy goes, astaghfirullah, this is not fair. This guy's got a jungle on the head. I've got hardly any head. I said, guy, you want to give 10 riyal or that? Get up. And I'm telling him, brother, 10 riyals you're going to pay is part of your Hajj. It's part of the package. Understand? It means you get reward for it. So alhamdulillah, he gave that. So this was that. What time is Asr? 7:30. Brothers, we're just finishing now. 7:05. What we'll do is, let me finish this, ask a bit of questions, whatever we have covered. Okay? Then after Asr, we'll continue Hajj. Is that alright, brothers?
Yes.
So let us finish a bit of this and few masail. Because masala, some rulings are very important. Listen, brothers, alhamdulillah, all these years I've noticed we had a group system, and every group, alhamdulillah, had a Maulana. Understand? From here, local Maulana with you. So mashallah, Maulana Abdul Hamid Sahib with you, or many other people were with you. So you knew exactly, I've got a problem, Maulana Sahib is here, I can ask questions. Last year, people are completely lost. They literally didn't have anyone. My nephew, he works in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh, and last year, Saudi Arabian government, not last year, 2021. In 2021, they didn't allow anyone throughout the world. But they said in Saudi Arabia, we're going to make a lottery, 50,000, we're going to, names can be applied. Only 500,000, sorry, but 60,000 people are allowed to come. Whoever name comes up. Alhamdulillah, my nephew who works in Saudi Arabia, him and his wife name came out as well. MashaAllah, good for them. I'll show you his picture, not his picture, the bedding of his, how 5-star was it in Mina. Understand? But what I'm trying to say is, it's a luck, what comes out. But one thing we need to learn here is, alhamdulillah, we go there, we perform our Hajj, they had a group system. So what I'm coming to the point is, he himself was telling me that, uncle, we did not have any guide. We had to do everything ourselves. Understand? Whatever we learn from a book, we just follow. Right? Last year, same thing happened. I get so many, WhatsApp calls from me. You can't WhatsApp call there, but WhatsApp messages they send me. Imam Sahib, yeah, what shall we? And alhamdulillah, sometimes I help as much as I could. But what I'm trying to say is, you might find someone, you might not. It's your luck, inshallah. May Allah make it happen that there is an alim, inshallah, a helpful person, inshallah. Allah gives you one and you guide. But learn whatever you're learning today and just go according. Don't get confused over there. If somebody is doing something else, you say, oh, Imam Sahib didn't say this in the Hajj program. Don't worry about him. You just do what you've learned and carry on with it. Your Hajj will be done, inshallah. And I try my best for all these years. This is what I teach. And inshallah, I have got this one that your Hajj will be accepted. So, brothers, if you want to trim your hair, it's up to you. You shave your hair, it will be good, inshallah. So that is out. And make sure you go to the barbers, I remember one day I was on the street. The other guy goes, shall I shave your hair? 10 riyals, 5 riyals, come on, I'll give you 5. So the guy sat there, the guy shaving his hair. Policeman came, the barbers ran away. Now the guy is sitting there, half hair is gone, half hair. He looked like Mr. T. Understand? So what I'm trying to say, we have to make sure that you go to a barber and make sure that they always use a new blade. Understand? We don't want that same was used on Abdul and Qasim and Ahmad, mashallah. No, every blade should be new. Right? And they have to, or else they'll be fined as well. Hygiene is very important over there. Inspectors, Saudi Arabian inspectors, those people, they are special, they come and check them in disguise. They don't even know about it. Sometimes they come as a normal customer and they check what they're doing. Understand? They write the whole report, the shop can be closed. Sisters, mashallah, your hair will grow as well, mashallah. What you need to do, sisters, you just have to comb your hair all the way down and just 1.5 inch cut your hair. Okay? Who can cut your hair? You can cut it yourself, or anybody can cut your hair as well. Okay? Thus 1.5 inch shall be cut. That's your hair. You are out of hair now. Many brothers and sisters, especially, I've seen sisters doing this. Just near Marwa mountain, there's a dustbin, and all the sisters are standing there. Oh, mere baal kaate, oh, mere baal kaate. Not there. Try to do somewhere else. Leave the sanctity of the place. Respect the haram. Respect the haram. Don't start cutting your hair over there. Cut your hair in a hotel or something, but not in the haram. Please, respect the place. Now this is the crowd. You'll see. Namaz time. I don't know. It won't be that much this year, but this crowd. You have to expect crowd anytime. Because many people are now going throughout the globe as well. I have found out that this country, because you see what Saudi Arabia has done this year. They look at the population of Muslims. In this country, we have 3.5 million people. So 3.5 million people, they say that on 1,000 person, one person can go for Hajj. On 1,000 people, one person can go for Hajj. So that's why we only 3,600 people go Hajj. In Pakistan, 140,000. Okay, 140,000. Still Pakistan is not going. Only 100,000 are going, 40,000 that give you back. They don't have money. So that's why many people are not going. So many places, many people are not going. Understand? So there are less people, but you never know what happens over there. When you go there, the crowd is going to be there. This is the crowd, sometimes Juma time, because especially on Juma, there are a lot of people. So try to go early. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you should be in the masjid. Make sure that on Thursday night, try to have a little diet, so that you can keep your wuzu from 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock in the masjid. Alright? So, inshallah. So, you don't have to go out. Because once you go out, there's no coming in again. Understand? I remember I was in Haram in 2019, I think I was there, and a Nigerian brother was there with me. He was there from morning, like 8 o'clock, he was sitting there, and he was reading. And he goes to me at the end, Sheikh, could you look after my goods? I said, where are you going? I said, I'm just going out to do wuzu, buy tera saman bhi le ja. Understand? Where I'm going to search for you. Once you get out, they're not going to let you in. So I'm going to wait for you. So take everything with you. If you want to go out, then everything should go with you. So that is why once you go in, your wuzu has to be done all the way. How wuzu breaks? There are places inside. Don't use the Zamzam water. There are taps, built-in taps inside, places specially made for wuzu. So you don't have to get out. You have to get out if you want to go to the toilet. The toilets are not inside. This is the crowd again. Okay. MashaAllah. Now, extra umrahs, you can do as many umrahs as you like, as many tawaf as you like before Hajj. But my advice to you, brothers and sisters, think one thing in your brain. You have spent over 9,000 pounds. And what are they for? For that 5 days of Hajj. For that 5 days of Hajj. You need to be fit mentally and physically. Now, I don't want you, Lord, you go there before Hajj, you're doing Umrah and Umrah and Umrah and Tawaf and Tawaf and Tawaf, and just 2 days before Hajj, you're in the hospital. Dehydrate. Understand? Or in your bed, flat. I can't even walk. My legs are gone. Brother, why did you come? You came for Hajj. So, try to do as much minimum, according to your ability. Do Tawaf. 1 a day doesn't matter. Understand? Just sit near the Kaaba. Looking at the Kaaba is also sawab. Every day, 120 mercy comes from the heaven. 60 for those people who read Salah, 40 for those people who Tawaf, and 20 is only for those people who look at the Kaaba. Understand? Just 20 for those who look at the Kaaba. So imagine just watching the Kaaba is also Salah. Understand? So just sit there looking at the Kaaba, you get reward as well. So read your namaz. You can do Umrah. 1 is enough, 1, 2, according to your ability, do it. But don't do too much. And then Janazah namaz. Brothers, you always read Janazah namaz, so you know. In Saudi Arabia, always you'll see after Salah there'll be an announcement. As-salatu ala al-mayyiti yarhamukumullah. That kind of, So when they make that sound, you know that, there's a Janazah namaz. Okay? So after namaz finishes, straight first finishes, they start Janazah namaz. Okay? You don't have to read Sunnah. Wait, Janazah namaz will be read, and the Janazah will go. To read 1 Janazah namaz, you get the sawab of 1 Mount Kohar. Imagine in Makkah, in front of Haram, you're going to get 100,000 sawab. So don't miss your Janazah namaz. Sisters, you can also read this Janazah salah when you are in Saudi Arabia, in the masjid if you're reading. My sisters, my advice to you is for salah. And I know that you don't come to Barry Park Masjid for your salah. But one humble request to my sisters, when you are in Makkah, if you are in Haram, namaz time comes, you can join the namaz. Okay? But be with the sisters. Where women are sitting, make sure that in Medina you don't have to worry, because Medina you have a different section for you. But in Makkah you're going to be together with brothers. So there is a section built in many places. There are some sections where only sisters are sitting. And you'll find there are police women there controlling as well. So obviously they are going to be there as well looking after you. So make sure that you read where the sisters are there. One other advice to my sisters is, make sure you know the namaz times. Don't start any tawaf before, about half an hour before namaz. Because you're going to be doing tawaf, namaz time starts, and the brothers will start making their saf, and you'll be stuck in the middle. And what is going to happen? Because of you, the brothers' namaz is going to be not valid. So make sure that, you need to make sure that you don't be around there before namaz time. Or else, you're going to break other people's namaz. So these are few advice. Zohar time, I would advise you, brothers and sisters, Zohar and Asr, try to read in the hotel. It's too hot over there outside, so just try to read. If you cannot go for Fajr as well, doesn't matter. Okay? You can go afterwards for Maghrib and Isha, that's fine. So try to read, but inshallah you will get the reward. Why? Because you are just acting according to the Sunnah of Rasulullah Sallallahu and his guidelines, inshallah. So this is the reward you will get, inshallah. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now, time for Salah. I just want to explain you something. Okay, let me go to Masjid Aisha. I wouldn't explain about time of Salah anyway. Let me explain about Masjid Aisha. When you want to do extra Umrah, you have to go to Masjid Aisha. My sisters, for Allah's sake, in Saudi Arabia, don't travel alone. Never. Whenever you want to go anywhere, make sure somebody, your mahram and anyone is with you. Somebody from the group or some women are with you, but don't ever travel alone. You cannot trust anyone. So you need to make sure that you are with someone all the time. And when you go to, for example, sisters, Masjid Aisha, you want to go, you go as a group with the husband or with the brother or anyone. What the ruling is, when you're going to go from here and you're going to do your Umrah, you don't have to go to Masjid Aisha for that. For Hajj, when you put your ihram, you don't have to go to Masjid Aisha. Masjid Aisha is only for optional Umrahs. When you are in Makkah and you want to do Umrah, you have to go to Masjid Aisha. Now what is the ruling for that? I would advise you, get a taxi and tell the taxi driver how much it is from Haram Masjid to Masjid Aisha and back. Okay? And he says 100 riyals and you're 5 of you, fair enough. Okay? What you do then, I'm just making the price of it, you might end up paying 1,000. So what happens that when the price is made, because buses go as well. So if you don't want to go special taxi, just get a government bus, you'll pay 5 riyals. Save your money. So what you do is, get in the taxi, go over there, go inside the masjid, finish your prayers, come back. Don't pay him. Pay him when he brings you back to Makkah. Understand? That's what you do. So this is one method we always use. But if you go alone, mashallah. I mean, don't make that, oh, inshallah. You go in the masjid, you read the 2 rakats of ihram, and you say, oh man, we haven't paid the taxi driver anyway. Let's get the buses going. He doesn't jump inside. Don't do that, please. Look after them as well. They'll watch you there. They're going to wait for you, inshallah. Some people will follow you inside the masjid, right? And make sure that they might hold your slippers as well. Look after the. So after that, brothers, you read that. So the 2 rakats are read in the masjid. The 2 rakats of ihram. Okay? Where do you put my ihram when you do Masjid Aisha? You put these 2 pieces of clothing in the hotel. You wear them. You take your bag, you wear your belt, everything. Your money is in the belt, and then you go to Masjid Aisha. Don't take your clothes with you. Just with these 2 pieces of clothing, you wear it, so you don't have to carry anything. You just go there, read your 2 rakats, make the intention, and then come back and start your Umrah. Okay? So this is what Masjid Aisha is. Hajj. Kya karna hai Maulana? Bolo. You are the... Shall I continue? Or you want to stop? What time is Azan? So shall I call you till Azan? Azan tak chale. And Azan ke baad stop. We don't waste too much time. Hajj. Now I'm telling you, if somebody has to do wuzu, sisters, you can go for wuzu, and 1:15 there's going to be Azan. So I'll give you 15 minutes for that. I don't want to waste so much time here. Okay. Now, Hajj has got 5 days. Remember, the main money you're paying is for Hajj. And these are the 5 days. Okay? Now, day number 1, what is it? The 8th of Zul-Hijjah. 8th of Zul-Hijjah, we're going to go to Mina. Day number 2 is 9th of Zul-Hijjah, when you're going to go Arafat. Day number 3 is the 10th of Zul-Hijjah, which is the Eid day. Okay? Where you're going to go and tell the big shaitan, you're going to do the Qurbani, and you're going to do shaving, and then you're going to do Tawaf Ziyarah. That is on the 10th of Zul-Hijjah. Okay? And then 11th Zul-Hijjah, the 4th day, and the 5th day is the 11th and the 12th, you're going to do the parenting of all 3 shaitans. Okay? And the 13th is optional. So these are the 5 days of Hajj. Remember that. And these are the 5 days you're going to pay, you're paying the money for these 5 days. So make sure that these 5 days you're fit enough mentally and physically, inshallah. If by any chance, listen very carefully, brothers. If by any, because you got medical insurance as well. You have to get medical insurance as well nowadays. So that's part of your visa, alright? So make sure that you got insurance you can buy from anywhere. I'm not selling it, so I'm not going to advertise it. Yeah. You can ask your ulama. So what is it that, brothers and sisters, if you get ill, for example, if something happened to anyone, right? Don't worry about it. The Saudi government is responsible for that. They will make sure that they will bring your bed, you know, your hospital bed, right? They will put in a chopper, in a helicopter, and they will bring the paramedic helicopters, the massive one. They bring the beds inside and they land the helicopter in a special place in Arafat for 1 hour, 2 hours, and then take it back. Why? The Haji has spent all the money, has come here, so his Hajj cannot be violated. Understand? So they do all that as well. But inshallah, may Allah make not that happen to you. Say Ameen. You will be there, inshallah, all 5 days, inshallah. Then you'll do all of them properly, inshallah, without any problem. So these are the 5 days. Now, Masjid al-Haram, why did I go these pictures for? To make you understand one thing. Now you want to go for Hajj. So you want to make your intention. Where you can make your intention? You can make your intention in the hotel, or you can make your intention in front of the Kaaba. So what you do, most of the time, they take you on the night of 7. So 8 is Zil-Hijjah, you have to go be there, but many times they take you at night. So on the 7th of Zil-Hijjah, if you're group leader, because you'll be guided by someone over there, right? So they will tell you, we are going to Mina tonight at this time. The buses are coming and taking you. Get ready. Sisters, make sure you're ready, right? And brothers, you're ready as well. Don't take too much goods with you. Just a little rucksack will be enough. In your rucksack, just few things, a pair of clothing, some toiletries, some snacks, yeah. So those kind of things you carry in your, don't take a suitcase with you, and all your 10,000 pound shopping go. Leave that in the hotel in a secure place. There will be a safe in the hotel. But make sure that you only take few riyals with you, about 100, 200, 300 riyals. You might need it for some, journey and all that. And make sure a pair of clothing, your toiletries, your medication, all this in your bag. What you do is, you have a bath, clean yourself properly, wear these 2 pieces of clothing. Sisters, you can wear your nice clothes, whatever you want to wear for Hajj, which you, mashallah, made it for 5 days. And then you and your husband or your brother or father or sister, whoever, can go near the Kaaba, read the 2 rakats. If it's not makruh time, if it's not after Fajr, or if it's not after Asr or Zawal time, you read the 2 rakats, and after reading the 2 rakats, you make the dua. Allah, I'm intending to perform Hajj, make it easy for me, etc. So this is dua. So I'm coming to that dua. Let me come to that dua now. So what you need, I don't think you need all this now. This is because it's an old presentation which I made a few years back. So I used to tell people to take few things like this. But I'm make sure, brother, it's too hot over there. I'm telling you at night as well, you're going to feel hot. But you know why? Nowadays, they provide everything for you. Understand? They're not charging you 9,000 for no reason. MashaAllah. They provide you with bedding and everything over there. Umbrella, try to use the sun umbrella over there. Okay? You can use an umbrella because umbrella is not touching your head. You're just using it because you don't want the sun heat going on your head. I always say people to take some, Bombay mix, yeah, or some snacks, yeah, some, you need salt, a lot of stuff. Take some vitamin tablets, right? Vitamin tablets will help you over there because you lose a lot of, you sweat a lot and you need to build yourself. So you need salt in your body, okay? So, yeah, a lot of fruits and water, okay? Especially these 5 days, try not to eat dal or, those kind of masala food too much. Because brothers, you're going to be a few days in Ihram, and I don't want your Ihram to have any kind of diagrams on it. Understand? So it's a white color, eh? Yeah. So make sure that you don't no diarrheas around there. So please, for Allah's sake, don't eat too much, masala food kind of thing. Try to have as much fruits as you can. That's the best thing you can look after your diet, inshallah. You will remember me, inshallah. If something goes wrong, you'll say, Maulana said, what did I do now? Yeah. So, this hook, I always show that. The reason is, when you are in Mina, sometimes you don't find hooks over there. Understand? You can hang your clothes or something. So this helps you a lot as well. You can just hook it and then hook your clothes or your ihram or anything. You know, when you go in the bathroom, you can keep it. It will help you. Understand? I always use it whenever I went. Alhamdulillah. I don't know, in modern days now, many things must have changed, right? I always advise you, brothers, there will be sockets in the tent, but everybody will be fighting for them. So try to take some extra power for your mobile phone battery, okay? That power thing, I don't know what to call it. Yeah, try to take that as well, so at least your phones are charged up all the time. This is just a water bottle, you get too much heat, so you can spray some water on you. Yeah, because it's going to be too hot, you want to cool down. Okay. Before you leave Makkah for Mina, you'll see this clock everywhere, this kind of clock. You see that's digital timing of every namaz. So you see it's moving around. The Fajr time comes, then the Ishraq time comes, then the Zohar time comes, beginning time, all beginning times. Asr beginning time, Maghrib beginning time, and Isha. What you do, brothers and sisters, write those times down. Because those times are going to help you in Mina, in Arafat, everywhere. Because there's no clocks over there, so at least you know that these are the times for Salah. Okay? So make sure that you have this as well. This will help you. This is the area where you're going to go. Okay? I'm just taking you straight to that. Now your intention. Let's go for the intention. The intention is, this is the intention you're making for Hajj. Allahumma inni uridu al-hajja fayassirhu li wa taqabbalhu minni. Oh Allah, I'm planning for Hajj, make it easy for me and accept for me. So this is the dua you're going to make for Hajj. And then after this dua, you're going to read the labbaik. Let's read it again. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. Innal hamda wal ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika. How many times you going to read? 3 times. Now you're in Ihram. Now you have started your Hajj. Your Hajj have started. This is the boundary of Hajj. Look at it. I'm just bringing everything, then I'll show you. Okay. This is Haram Sharif Masjid. Right? This is Haram Sharif Masjid. Look at how small it is here in the picture. Right? And it's a massive area. This is the area of Mina. The biggest tent area in any way you can find. This is where you're going to stay. Then there's Arafat, Muzdalifah, and Mina. This is the whole place, and this is Ziyarah. So this is the whole area of your Hajj. So you're going to go from Makkah to Mina, Mina to Arafat, Arafat to Muzdalifah, Muzdalifah to Mina, and you finish Mina, you go back to Makkah, finish. Okay, this is your Hajj. Okay. On the day 1 of 8th of Zul-Hijjah, you're going to start your Hajj. You can start from Maghrib. Maghrib time, you're already 8th of Zul-Hijjah starts anyway. So if somebody takes you on the 7th, 9th, don't complain. You're already in the 8th anyway. After Maghrib, the day changes anyway. So you're going to go on the 8th anyway. If you are there at night, you have to read your Fajr prayer. But normally on the 8th of Zul-Hijjah, on the first day in Mina, what you're going to do? You're going to read 5 namaz day. Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and Fajr of 9th of Zul-Hijjah. You're going to read in Mina. But if you are at night, then you're going to be 6 namaz. Fajr of 8th of Zul-Hijjah as well. You enter into Ihram, I already told you before you go. It is permissible to make sa'i as well. Now this is another ruling which I want to explain. If, for example, if you want to do your sa'i before a Hajj sa'i, before you go for Hajj, you can do that as well. How you do that? On the 7th of Zul-Hijjah, you make the intention of Hajj in the morning. You come into your Ihram for Hajj. You go in the Kaaba, near the Haram. You do a Nafal Tawaf. You cannot do Sa'i without Tawaf. So you do a Nafal Tawaf, and then you do the Sa'i of Hajj. So after Tawaf is Ziyarah, you don't have to do Sa'i. Your Sa'i is already done. Okay? So that is, but in Tamattu, who's doing Tamattu means who's doing Umrah, and then after that he's out of Ihram, and then he's going to do Hajj. For them, it's better to do the Sa'i afterwards. Okay? Sa'i afterwards, remember. Because that Sa'i is in a normal cloth. Alright. Now, I come to sisters now. If a sister is thinking, she knows her days, that when I'll do my Tawaf is Ziyarah, after Tawaf Ziyarah, any time my day can start, my periods are going to start. I advise to that sister, do your sa'i of Hajj before going. So then, whoever is with you, your husband or your brother, whoever, tell them as well to do their sa'i as well with you. Understand? So two of you can do your nafal tawaf and your sa'i before going Hajj. Okay? So at least one thing is out of the way. She doesn't have to worry if she comes in that situation. Okay. Leave for Mina, stay in the Mina, and you're going to read the namaz. The 5 prayers over there. Okay? Sign boards are there as well. Like this sign boards are there. They show you starting of Mina. The other side is written Mina ends here, Mina starts here. Arafat starts here, Arafat ends here. When you're in Arafat, you should know that you're in Arafat or you're outside Arafat. Muzdalifah starts here, Muzdalifah ends here. So these are signboards over there. You'll know them that either you're there. Okay, brothers and sisters, we're stopping here and inshallah we'll carry on after prayer. Jazakallah. Sisters, I think you're going to be reading the salah here, I think. The brothers, can you all go and start? If you need to do your wuzu, inshallah we'll carry on after the market. You take after prayer. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأولين والآخرين وعلى صحابة أجمعين وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. My brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, we've started the second session where I've already taken you to Mina. So we are already in Mina. We're going to spend a whole day in Mina on the 8th of Zul-Hijjah, where we're going to read our Zohar Salah, Asr Salah, Maghrib Salah, Isha, and next day Fajr. In that time, please on the sister side, can you stay quiet, please? What we're going to do is in this whole day, we're going to engage ourselves in other ibadat as well. Whatever we can read the Quran, whatever we can read other things, Durud Sharif, or whatever salutation we can say Rasulullah Sallallahu and other ibadats we can carry on. If there is a chance of there is a sheikh, there is a Maulana in your group as well, you can advise them to give you a little talk as well. Get yourself ready for the next day. So inshallah that will happen. Now this is Masjid al-Khayf in Mina. There is a masjid called Masjid al-Khayf in Mina. That is the area where Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam stayed when he went for Hajj. It's a masjid, you cannot stay there, but you can read your salah in there. This is the area of Mina. I'm going to take you to that area now to show you how Mina looks like. Okay. So this is Aziziyah. If some brothers are going to go to Aziziyah, so this is an area where Aziziyah hotels are that is more nearer to Mina. So that's what happened. Jamarat is this area where the pelting of shaitan is this area. And then these are all the tents. We normally, the European tents are normally right at the back. So you will be right at the back. There's a long walk from the Jamarat till your tents. Okay. These are just few pictures which I'm just going through. This used to be the olden days when we used to be all together. This is how it looked like those days as well. Now this is a new picture, new kind of system. The carpet is laid out in green and every section has got proper doors and everything in the Mina tent. This is a very old picture, brothers. This is how we used to sleep before. You know, if somebody is moving this way, the guy's face is this way. That's how we used to be. It's all changed now. Now this is how nowadays is. You know, proper moving area. People have got a lot of space. Imagine that area which had 25,000 British Hajis living. There are going to be 4,000 Hajis living in that area. Understand? So it's a proper place and proper thing. And they'll be giving you all these beddings, everything. Food-wise, mashallah, I can spot Maulana Abu Said somewhere. Well, this picture is when he went with me. Yeah. Okay. So these are the toilet areas anyway. Don't worry about it. It might be different now. 2-in-1. Showers on the top, toilet at the bottom. Okay, that's a wuzu area. These are some signposts. If you get lost, you know where you are. So this is Mina. This is the picture which I was talking about, Mina 2021. This is my nephew who sent me his picture, that this was his bedding. Proper proper 5-star. That's what it was in 2021. Because there were very less Hajjis. Only 60,000 people went. This is how it is now. Understand? Now it's going to be like this. Okay. So what you do in Arafat the next day? In the morning, what's going to happen? You will be leaving after Fajr to Arafat. So what's going to happen? You're going to read after Fajr, you depart for Arafat. You will read your Fajr prayer in Mina, and once you read your Fajr prayer, the people, the organizers will tell you what time you'll be leaving for Arafat. So don't panic over there. You all will go. If you go early, that's also good. If you go late, that's also good. Because in Arafat, the time doesn't start till Zawal time. So until Zawal doesn't happen, the Arafat Ibadat doesn't start anyway. So the Ibadat time is from Zawal, the midday. So till midday, you're allowed to, if you go early, you can go to sleep over there. You find this place, this is your area, you're going to spend the whole day here, you can find a bedding and go to sleep. Understand? Wake up about 11 o'clock, do your wuzu, get freshened up, and then as 12 o'clock comes up, you start your Ibadah. So this is what you do. So read Zohar and Asr, you're going to be reading in Arafat, and you're going to be stay there until sunset. Remember, read Talbiyah as much as you can. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Keep on reading it all the way in Mina as well on that day, and Arafat as well, as much as you can read Talbiyah. Understand? And do istighfar, do tawbah. After Fajr Salah, after Fajr, start Takbir at Tashriq as well. Now you all know, brothers and sisters, that on the day of, if you are in Luton as well, or throughout the globe, on the 9th of Zilhijjah, on the day of Arafah, we all will be starting after Fajr reading Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar wa lillahi alhamd. So all of us will be reading that till 13th Asr. So all the way from 10th of Zilhijjah, 9th of Zilhijjah, till all the way till 13th of Zilhijjah. And the same thing will be going for Hajis as well. The time for wukuf in Arafat. Now in Arafat you have to go, it's for us. If somebody doesn't go in Arafat, his Hajj is not done. Hajj is all Arafat. So what is the time of Arafat? What is the time we have to stay in Arafat? To stay there for 1 minute or 1 hour between Zawal time till next day morning Subha Sadiq is for us. But to stay there till sunset is wajib. Okay? So once you go in Arafat, you will be there. Don't come out from Arafat till sunset. Just stay there. Whether you don't have to read your Maghrib there as well. That day is a day when Hajis are told not to read the Maghrib at Maghrib time. They're going to read Maghrib at Isha time in Muzdalifah. Okay, only for Hajis. So your only Salah you're going to read in Arafat is Zohar and Asr. Okay? Now that is the only 2 Salah you're going to read. Okay. Now this is what Arafat looks like. So I'm just going to go quickly going to showing you that this is where the Arafat people are going in the morning. Buses will take you. Make sure you go in the buses. In Arafat, there are 4 things you have to know. One is your tent. One is the Masjid al-Nimra, where you don't have to worry about, you don't have to go there. And one is the wuzu place anyway. And one is the Jabal al-Rahmah, the mountain of mercy. Remember, brothers and sisters, to climb that mountain on the day of Arafah is not the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And neither the sunnah of the Sahaba Kiram radiallahu ta'ala. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam stood on the down of the near the mountain started. That's where he stood. He was on his camel, and all the Sahaba were there listening to the last farewell commands of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every one of you, most of you must have the farewell message, the farewell khutbah in your house hanging on there. That khutbah was given on the day of Arafah by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the day of Arafah. Everyone who's going for Hajj, please make sure that on the 9th of Zilhijjah you fast. Understand? You fast if you are not going for Hajj. Did the Hajjis fasted? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to fast every year. Why I am saying that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam fasted every year? Because on the day of Arafah, when Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting on this camel, everyone was thinking, is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam fasting today or not? Understand? Why was they thinking like that? This is in Bukhari Sharif. Understand? Why was they thinking like that? Because this is how Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do every year. Every year he used to fast in Medina for the 9th of Zilhijjah. But when he went for Hajj, that year what did he do? So Fazl radiallahu ta'ala anha, who is the wife, who is the auntie of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the chachi of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, she took a glass of milk and went to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and presented to him when he was sitting on his camel. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam drank the milk when all the Sahaba were watching him, and they knew Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is not fasting. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was message, he's a mercy for the ummah. His message was, there will come people till the day of Qiyamah. It will be hard for them to do Hajj, and on this day, if they're going to fast, how they're going to cope doing ibadah. So rather let them eat and drink on this day and do as much ibadah as they can. So this is the mercy of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you will find a lot of Hajjis, climbing the mountain and all that. Please, no need to do that. You can go afterwards for ziyarah, but on that day, just be in your tent. These are the tents nowadays, air-conditioned tent. You'll have your, mashallah, bedding and everything there. You don't even have to worry about it. You're not even going to stay there. The only time you're going to stay there, you'll arrive in the morning and you'll be leaving at sunset. Okay. This is the wuzu places in there. There's no showers in here. Remember, there is no showers in Arafat. Unless they have built it now. Okay. But they were planning on making a swimming pool. Yeah. So this is the Jabal al-Rahma. You see so many Hajjis over there. It doesn't mean the Hajj is not accepted. They want to go there, it's up to them. Understand? I'm not going to say that his Hajj is not accepted or my Hajj is not accepted. It's Allah who accepts everybody's Hajj. Okay. This is what you read in Arafat. So this will be in your booklets as well, which you will be given. 100 times fourth kalima, 100 times Kul Huwallahu Ahad, which is Surah Ikhlas, 100 times Durood Ibrahim. Durood Ibrahim, when you will read Allahumma salli ala Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Then you extra read wa alayna ma'ahum. So you read this Durud Sharif, which وَعَلَيْنَا مَعَهُمْ means Allah sends salutation to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Ibrahim alayhi salam and on all of us as well. Understand? So you read this 100 times. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever reads this 300 times, 100, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive all his sins. Not only that, whoever he asks forgiveness for, their forgiveness is done as well. So those people who are going for Hajj, brothers and sisters, please remember us in your du'as after you make du'a. Inshallah. There was a man, a great saint who went for Hajj. He was in Mina the first night. He went to sleep at night. He saw a dream. Two angels came, one asking the other, how many people have come for Hajj in those days? So he says 600,000. How many people's Hajj is accepted? Sorry, not 600,000, 60,000. So how many people's Hajj is accepted? He said only 6. Imagine that is a nightmare for him. He woke up, he's thinking next day Arafat, all these people in Arafat, Ya Allah, kya hoga? Only 6 people's Hajj is accepted, 60,000 people are here. When he went to Muzdalifah, he went to sleep, he saw a dream. Same dream again. They were asking the same questions. But at the end, the angel said to the other one, because of these 6 people, Allah accepted everybody's Hajj. And Alhamdulillah, they are pious people, they come every year. They've been coming from the time of Rasulullah sallallahu till today. Every year they come, and Alhamdulillah, with the blessing of these people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts everything. Alhamdulillah. And that is one thing we learn as well, that when we read your salah, brothers and sisters, especially brothers, read your salah with Jama'at. Don't miss it. Because you never know, we read the Asr salah, there might be few people there, Allah loves them so much. And because of that, every one of our salah is accepted. So always read your salah with Jama'at.
So both durud count as one?
Yes, both durud always count as one. That's what we read in namaz. Yeah. Okay. Then obviously, 9th of Zil-Hijjah. So there are 2 salah which you're going to read, the Zohar and Asr. Remember. Now, if you're following a fiqh of Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi, there's a method there that you read, if you're reading the namaz behind the Imam in Masjid al-Namira. Okay, Masjid al-Nimra, if you're reading behind the Imam, then you read your Zohar and Asr together, that's what they do. Understand? But if you're reading in your tent, then you read your Zohar and Zohar time, Asr and Asr. But in your tent, because nowadays you won't find that there will be a leader there for you, you will be with the other groups as well. So if they are reading their Zohar Salah, you can read your Zohar with them and the Asr combined as well. Okay? So your Salah will be done, so you don't have to worry about it, inshallah. So your salah on the day of Arafat, if it's read as Zohar time, Zohar and Asr together, that's fine. But if you want to read your Asr and Asr time, it's up to you. You can do that as well, and that will also be acceptable. So don't worry about it. Now, what you do when sunset happens, remember in Arafat, engage yourself. Wukuf really means to stand. Wukuf means to stand. So you stand and make dua and pray. Understand? And if you get tired, sit down. And if you get tired, lie down. Understand? You can go to sleep as well. But spend most of your time from Zawal till sunset in ibadah. Understand? In worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as much as you can, and especially asking for forgiveness. This is the day after reading those 300 times, what is going to happen? Allah is forgiving you. Shaitan, Prophet ﷺ said, I saw Shaitan taking the sand and throwing on his head. Oh, I put so much effort on these people, and Allah is forgiven them today. Understand? So this is humiliating Shaitan on this day, and this is, remember, brothers, Allah forgives all of us. Say Ameen, brothers. Then what you do, at sunset time, don't panic. When sunset will happen, the people, the organizers will take you to Muzdalifah. Understand? And you will go to Muzdalifah. So you don't have to worry about anything. You just stay in your tent. When they tell you to go to Muzdalifah, get ready, get your bags ready, and then get in the bus, and they will take you to Muzdalifah. When you arrive Muzdalifah, what are you going to do? You're going to perform your Maghrib and your Isha Salah, one Azan, one Iqama, and both Salah together. So when you arrive in Muzdalifah, if you haven't got your wuzu, I advise people to do the wuzu in Arafat before they leave Arafat. Because they still got time. After Maghrib, they don't come out straight away. They still got time. Sometimes you come out very late. But don't worry about Maghrib Salah. You're going to read your Maghrib on this day with Isha. So you don't have to worry about it. So what you do is, when you arrive in Muzdalifah, make sure that it's Isha time. If you have arrived before Isha time in Muzdalifah, you still have to wait till Isha time. So once Isha time is there, you do your wudu. If you haven't got it, the wudu places are there. After doing your wudu, you come near your place because there is no tent over there in Muzdalifah. It's an open area. So wherever you find a space, make all your family members get together, sit on one place, and then read your, one person gives azan, then start your salah, one person gives a takbir, then the imam starts his salah, he reads the Maghrib salah. After he finishes, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah for Maghrib, straight away Isha salah starts. Once your Isha is done, then you read your 2 sunnah of Maghrib, 2 sunnah of Isha, and 3 witr. This is the method you're going to do in Muzdalifah. Okay? Now, in Muzdalifah, you're going to perform the Fajr prayer next day, which is the Eid day of 10th of Zulhijjah, right at the beginning of the time, and then you leave for Mina. Okay? So the time of wukuf, the time of staying in Arafat for 1 minute was from Zawal till 10th of Zulhijjah's morning. The time of wukuf in Muzdalifah is from Subha Sadiq, Fajr beginning time till sunrise. And you will be there because you're going to read Fajr prayer. So Fajr prayer takes 10 minutes anyway, so your wajib is done. So you don't have to worry. Okay? So that is the time of wukuf. Okay. Just a little before sunrise, you leave for Mina. But once you finish your salah in Muzdalifah, Fajr prayer, start moving towards Mina. And this is a good walk. You know, just before sunrise, to walk from Muzdalifah to your tent in Mina, because our European tents are more nearer to Muzdalifah. It's about an hour's walk, but it's a good walk. Understand? Just before, less than the hour I will tell you, but it is more in a cooler time. And it's good to walk that time. Rest of the time, if you see old people with you, then make sure you catch some bus. But if you're alone, or if you're with your wife or somebody is young, then walk. This is Muzdalifah. You know, mashallah, they put this chicken wire so you don't run away. These are the toilets area, okay? So upstairs is English toilets, and downstairs is the Asian toilets, okay? So whichever you want to use. This is how Muzdalifah is now. You see, they have made boarded the area like this. Understand? There is no roof. There is no roof, but the carpets are there. Everywhere is carpeted, everyone's got to sleep. Imagine, you just got to spend one night here, right? And you know, they have spent so much money. They're not charging you 9,000 for no reason. Yeah. These beds are going to go in the bin one. Once you use it, they're gone. Understand? Yeah. So imagine that all this you got to spend. And they just cordon the area so only your group, whoever you with, they're going to stay there. In olden days, we used to collect pebbles, right? Yeah. You can collect them as well from Muzdalifah. There's nothing wrong. Understand? But you know, Saudi government, they give you free nowadays. MashaAllah. Yeah. I'll show you that as well. So this is you collect them 70 pebbles. How many pebbles? 70. But you don't have to call 70. You only need 49. You only need 49. 7 for first day, 21 for 11th, and 21 for the 12th of Zulhijjah. Understand? And then after that, if you're staying there, then you need it, or you don't need it. Simple as that. So mostly you only need 49. This is how you get it now. Ready, man. MashaAllah. Sterilized. COVID-free. Alhamdulillah. Yeah? They might give you at the airport. You know when you arrive at the airport, when they step in your passport, they say, Hazrat Haji, this is your Jamarat stones for you. Gift, MashaAllah. Sterilized, clean, COVID-free. Understand? Because shaitan doesn't get COVID. Yeah. So, this, I'm not joking, these stones are clean, right? Yeah. I don't know, might be not by washed by Zamzam, but pure clean. And alcohol free. Yeah. It's for shaitan anyway. Right. After that, brothers, you see the signboards over there. There's a signboard here showing you the arrow of Kaaba. Understand? The way the Kaaba is. Because you know in Mina and Arafat, you need to know where the direction of the Qibla is. So these arrows do help. There's a tube light as well inside. So at night time, you know which side. I remember one brother, mashallah, you know, he was right in front of the Kaaba. He calls me, he goes, Imam Sahib, the Qibla is wrong. I said, what? Qibla is wrong? The Kaaba is right in front of your eyes. What are you talking about? He said, but my phone shows me that the direction is over there. So, subhanallah. You know, sometimes people get more smarter. Understand? So smartphones makes you fool as well. So these are the tunnels, brothers, now. These are the tunnels I'm showing you where you're going to walk. Good exercise. So brothers, if you're not walking nowadays, start walking every day. Go to the park in the morning after Fajr and walk for 5 miles every day. Keep yourself fit. Understand? Because you're going to walk in that tunnel. Understand? Yeah. Your Morsi is not going to come to help you. Neither you have a Merc. You can't use your scooters over there. Yeah. So this is, we are lazy people, so they made this as for us as well, mashallah, inside the tunnel, right? So you don't have to worry about too much walking. This was the crowd in once upon a time. I don't know how much it's going to be this year. Obviously, if you accept only 4,000 Hajis from UK, that is the 25,000 Hajis when they used to go. That's crowd. So I don't know, I cannot judge anything how you're going to find it, inshallah. Once you arrive there, brothers, this is how you're going to arrive near Jamarat. On the 10th of Zulhijjah. Remember, on the 10th of Zulhijjah. So what's going to happen? From Muzdalifah, you're going to Mina. When you arrive in Mina, you're going to your tent. Wait there until they'll tell you when to go for pelting. Okay? The pelting time starts right at Fajr time. Fajr time starts, pelting time starts. Okay? And when do you finish the pelting time? It's all 24 hours. You got 24 hours to pelt that shaitan. So don't panic and don't worry about it. You have to make sure that you're going to pelt it on that in between that 24 hours. But inshallah, you'll be doing it on the 10th of Zulhijjah, and inshallah, you'll do it before Zawal. Say inshallah. Okay? So this will happen inshallah. That's why I tell you that Nusuk will, I think most time they will tell you what your timings are. So then, here, okay. What you're going to do on the 10th of Zulhijjah? You're going to pelt the big Jamarat, big shaitan on the 10th of Zulhijjah, only him, 7 pebbles. That's it. That's what you're going to do. Nothing else. Secondly, what you're going to do is you're going to do animal sacrifice, which is called Dame Shukr. Not the Qurbani which you do every year. This is a different Qurbani which is for Hajj. Okay? And that you're going to do. Now, how your Qurbanis are going to done there, I'm not going to make any comment on there because I don't know what the new situation is. Okay? It might be from your group, you have paid already that money, 9,000, it might be included into that. So, how they're going to do it, they might let you know afterwards that your Qurban is done. So, what you need to do is, you pelt the shaitan, and after that, don't come out from your ihram, wait. Don't shave your hair, wait until you find out that your Qurban is done. Once somebody tells you, or a pop-up message comes on your nusuk, that mashallah, your goat is gone, you can see the picture, is bleeding, subhanallah. So once some kind of a message comes, somebody tells you that your Qurban is done, then you go and look for a barber and shave your hair. Understand? So everybody has to go in order. Alright? Then you shave your hair. Okay? Yeah. Now if you look at it, brothers, first is pelting, P, animal sacrifice, AS, and shaving. So animal sacrifice, AS, and shaving. PASS, pass. If you go in this order, inshallah you'll pass. Okay? So this is the sunnah, this is how Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam pelted the shaitan first, and then he did his qurbani, And after Qurbani, he shaved his hair, and that is the method you're going to use over there. And to use this method is wajib. Okay? So you need to go according to that. Now remember, the timings for all these three. For this is 24 hours. For animal sacrifice, you can sacrifice from 10th of Zil-Hijjah till 12th of Zil-Hijjah. You got 3 days. And after that, shaving can happen. In these 3 days, if your animal hasn't been sacrificed yet, you don't even know about it, you can do your tawaf ziyarah as well in your ihram. Okay? You don't come out from your ihram. You can do your ihram, your tawaf ziyarah as well. Right. Now, I come to your sisters. I put a break here, I come to the sisters. Remember, sisters, tawaf ziyarah is compulsory, is for us. Tawaf ziyarah is for us. If you don't do your tawaf ziyarah, you cannot do tawaf in your periods. If your tawaf isn't done, your husband is not halal for you, and the husband, your wife, is not halal for you. You didn't do tawaf ziyarah, you came to England, into Luton, you'll have to change your rooms as well. Understand? Yeah. You have to go back in August in Umrah and do the tawaf ziyarah, and that's when she'll become halal for you. So tawaf ziyarah has to be done. There is no other way of it. It has to be done. Now what is it that, sisters, don't worry about it. If you're in your periods, you can do it after Hajj as well. But your tawaf has to be done. Now, I give you a scenario, sisters. If a sister thinks that her period is going to start on the 10th of Zil-Hijjah, what you will do then, tell your husband or your brother or anyone that from Muzdalifah, you are in Muzdalifah, listen, you are in Muzdalifah. You don't have to stay there. You just take your thing, because it's not even wajib on sisters to stay in Muzdalifah. It's only wajib on brothers. So what you do is, because of situation like this, the sister and the husband or the brother or anyone can leave from Muzdalifah, go to Makkah. And when you arrive in Makkah and Medina, you will always know there were 2 azans in the morning, Fajr time. Alright? You might have, whoever's gone, they know it. One azan is done at the Tahajjud time, and after 1 hour is Fajr time. That's when Fajr azan is. The difference between 2 azan, you'll know it. There is a Fajr azan, you will hear as-salatu khayrum minan nawm. You know it's Fajr azan. If that is not done in azan, you know it's Tahajjud azan. Okay? When you hear the Tahajjud azan, start your tawaf. Start your tawaf ziyarah. Understand? Now, brother, you are in ihram. You haven't come up from ihram. So you do your ittiba as well. If you haven't done your sa'i. If you two have done your sa'i already, you just have to do your tawaf ziyarah. Once you finish your tawaf ziyarah, then you come straight to Jamarat, the pelting place, and just do your pelting. Now you completely no worries about it. Your tawaf ziyarah is already done. Now what you have to worry about is, your pelting is done. Now you just wait in your tent in Mina until somebody comes and tell you that your Qurbani is done. Then in Mina, there are barbers there as well. You go and shave your hair and have a shower in Mina, and you have got a pair of clothes with you, you can change. Okay? Alhamdulillah. That is the second method and scenario, somebody can do that. So this is Tawaf Ziyarah. Now what is Tawaf Ziyarah? Which Ramal and Sa'i. With Ramal and Sa'i. Remember. So there is a Ramal in Tawaf Ziyarah because there is a Sa'i. So you walk like a soldier. Time for Tawaf Ziyarah begins from Subha Sadiq. As I said, Tahajjud Azan. That's when the Tawaf Ziyarah time starts. Until the 12th Zil-Hijjah sunset. Okay? I would advise you, brothers and sisters, try to do your Tawaf Ziyarah at the night of 10 Zil-Hijjah. Okay? In the daytime it will be very crowded. Because by night you'll be out of your ihram and you'll be in your normal clothes now. So you can do your Tawaf Ziyarah at night. And remember, if Eid is on Thursday, right? Eid is on Thursday, or Friday, or Wednesday or Thursday, whatever. Your days in Mina will be one of the days of Jummah. One of the days of Jummah. Alright? If Eid is on Wednesday, and Jummah is going to be on the 12th of Zil-Hijjah. Jummah is going to be on the 12th of Zil-Hijjah. There is no Jummah for Hajjis. You don't have to worry about Jummah. Okay? You just read your Zohar namaz in Mina. But I give you another scenario. If Eid is going to be on a Thursday, then what you do, my advice is, just give me the advice, if you're going to Jummah, do your Tawaf Ziyarah on Friday morning. Do your Tawaf Ziyarah on Friday morning at 10 o'clock. What will happen then? Your Tawaf Ziyarah will finish as well, and Jummah time starts. You can read your Jummah as well in Haram, and then you come back to Mina. You hear me? So, You do your all the things on 10th of Zil-Hijjah, and then don't go to Makkah, right? Go in the morning, and then do your tawaf and ziyarah in the morning, and then stay there and do your Jummah as well. Understand? That's a scenario. You want to do it. But Jummah is not wajib on Hajjis, because you are a traveler, you are a musafir. Okay? All your journey you're going to be a musafir. Okay? So why? Because you are not even in Makkah for more than 14 days. You're not going to be in Makkah for more than 14 days, including Hajj. So what's going to happen that you read your 2 rakats in Mina. In Makkah you miss your salah with Jama'ah, you read 2 rakat Zohar, 2 rakat Isha, 2 rakat Asr. Same thing will happen. All the salah in Mina, all the salah in Arafat, all the salah in Muzdalifah will be read 2 rakats Fajr, 2 rakats Zohar, 2 rakats Asr, 2 rakats Isha. Okay? This is the method. Now, Tawaf and Ziyarah is done, you go back to Mina. You cannot stay in Makkah once your Tawaf is done, because it is Sunnah Mu'akkada. Prophet ﷺ, he said to us that once your Tawaf and Ziyarah is finished, you don't go and stay in your hotel, straight to Mina and stay in Mina. Understand? Until the 12th of Zil-Hijjah. Now, let's go to the first day now. Okay? On the 7th of Zil-Hijjah. On the 7th of Zil-Hijjah, you're going to pelt the big shaitan. This is how it looks like. Understand? You don't pelt the pillar, that wall, you don't pelt that. You only have to throw in this oval shape. You see this oval shape? You throw the pebbles inside. You don't hit the wall. Because if you hit the wall, it's going to rebound back on you. Shaitan can, oh, take it back. Understand? Yeah, you don't want to do that. So you have to make sure that it has to go in here. All 7 of them has to go inside. Remember that. If 4, 5 goes inside and 2 went outside, doesn't matter. Majority have to go inside. Okay? So this is how it looks like. You know? A plasma screen now, mashallah. Eh? Yeah, Shaitan is gone. Modern now, mashallah. Okay. When my great-grandfather went, that's how Shaitan was. I think there were more buzurks in those days, so Shaitan was very small. Right? Yeah. So that's how the pillar was. This picture is in 1960s. Okay? That's how this was. Then what happened, when I went first time in 94, I can remember it was a monument like this. Understand? That's how it was. And you know, brothers, there was only one ground floor and one bridge. That's it. Right? And look at the crowd. And I can remember one brother hitting from here, and it lands on this guy's head. Right? And I should tell him, brother, are you in marathon or what? Some kind of, you might get some place somewhere. So, Olympics, yeah. So, this is, you have to go near. You have to throw inside. You have to make sure that it goes inside. But you don't have to worry about this. It's not there anymore. Saudi government has spent millions of this shayateen. MashaAllah. Billions. 7-star building they made for them. 7-star. If you cannot go on the first. So no excuse for anyone. If a wheelchair person says, oh man, he doesn't. No. There is no excuse. Every person have to do their own pelting. Their own. Whether you are in your wheelchair, you still have to go. Understand? There's a way of going in. Everybody has to go. The only person is exempted who is in a bedridden, who cannot even move. For them, somebody has to go on their behalf. And they have to tell them. I remember I was sleeping on the 11th of Zil-Hijjah in my tent. One guy comes to me in the morning. I said, Maulana Sahab, I've done my pelting. I said, when? I said, in the morning I went. There was nothing. You're empty, mashallah. I did for myself, my mother as well. Subhanallah. I said, brother, the time doesn't even start in Zawal. You did in the morning. So that means Shaitan was on his break. So you just hit nothing. You just came just like that. And on top of that, you made another mistake. Did your mother tell you to hit on her behalf? She said, no, she didn't. So she is not even count her as well. Understand? Until your mother didn't tell you. So mother and ladies, please don't be. I know ladies, when there's a sale in Luton Market, mashallah, you're the first people to go in shopping. Right? The brothers are still snoring in the bed. The sisters are, mashallah, 6 o'clock there in the line. Yeah? So when you go shopping like that first, don't make excuses over there. All of you have to go. Don't be scared. I'm telling you, there was a time when I went for 94, in 98, I can remember those years, it was tough. Since 2020 till now, this area is the most easiest. I'm telling you that. You'll just go and come out just like that. Understand? So this is Jamarat, which I want to show you. You see the crowd there? Don't be like this guy. MashaAllah. The champion is there, right? Yeah, he's got to take everything out. I've seen people throwing bottles, right? Well, Shaitan doesn't need your bottles. I've seen one guy taking his haram out and throwing it. I'm not joking, I've seen it. So, this is brothers throwing pebble, How do you do it? You take the pebble, you put your hand like this, Bismillah Allahu Akbar. Bismillah Allahu Akbar. Bismillah Allahu Akbar. Bismillah Allah. Prophet Sahaba say, when Prophet Sallallahu was pelting, we could see his armpit. Understand? So, they were raising ihram, so you could see like this, was throwing it. Understand? So, this is how now I show you this diagram. I'm only going to show you this. This is for all the 3 days. So look at properly. Okay, all of you? Yeah. On the first day, you will come here. It's a one-way street. So you'll come here and you'll come out from there. Now this is number 1, number 2, number 3. Okay? So what you're going to do, brothers, on the first day, this number 1 shaitan, which is a small one, he's been looked after by Saudi police. Okay? Yeah, looking after him. Nobody hits him. Number 2 is being looked after by the Saudi soldiers. Nobody touches him as well. The only shaitan you're going to touch on the first day, on the 10th of Zulhijjah, is this one. That's it. On the 11th and the 12th of Zulhijjah, the 2 days, you're going to pelt first this one, then you're going to walk a bit. You stop here, facing the Qibla, Qibla is that way. Stop here, facing the Qibla, Qibla is that way, make dua. After that, you go in the pelt the second one. Stop here in the middle, not stop here, or you'll be joining the shaitan. Somebody will start pelting you. Go here, stop here, facing the Qibla again. Then you read, you make dua, and then you go and pelt the third one. After that, there's no dua. So after third one, there's no dua. After third one, there's no dua. So on the first day when you pelt the 7th, there's no dua. 11th Zulhijjah when you pelt, no dua. 12th Zulhijjah you pelt, no dua. The only dua you're going to make is on the first one and the second. Are you with me, brothers? This is the method of pelting. 7, 7, 7. I'll show you one direction is when you want to come pelting, don't just directly come here, because when you're walking, the whole crowd will come here straight. Try to walk straight and then come this corner, that corner over there. It will be so easy for you. You'll come right near the wall. Try to bring the women in the front and let them finish there first, and then you do it and then come out from the there. It's easy. In tawaf, everything, try to keep the women in the front. Remember, look after them. Alhamdulillah, they look after you in England. When you're hitting the shaitan, mainly is to read this dua. Bismillahi Allahu Akbar. That's it. Don't need to read the whole thing. When you hit it, Bismillahi Allahu Akbar. That's it. Bismillahi Allahu Akbar. That's it. That's what you read. After you finish, you come out. These are some pictures. You'll see the signs over there saying straight. You keep on carrying, walking straight, you'll go to Makkah. You turn around and come back. You cannot come back from the same area, but you come out and go back, you go to Mina. So you'll see the sign. This is animal sacrifice, which I already told you. It is part of your package. You'll find out over there. Alhamdulillah, there were good days. We could go and choose our own boats. Understand? I could remember, my duty was, because when we used to go in a group, my duty was to go do I used to do of everyone. Understand? So one guy was bringing the boats and mashallah, bismillah, Allahu Akbar, bismillah, Allahu Akbar. And my whole ihram was full of blood. Understand? So it was good fun. Understand? Those days. It doesn't happen anymore. If they find out that you're doing that, there's a penalty. So, then is tawaf ziyarah. Tawaf ziyarah is exactly the same tawaf. I already told you how to do the tawaf. Same method how to do tawaf again. So I'm not going to go through it again. Now you can see the cloth. Before Hajj, this gilaf and Kaaba, you'll see black all the way. You won't see this white, all the way black, because the clothing is inside. On the 9th of Zulhijjah, when you're all in Arafat, that's when they put the new one. How are you going to do a new one? You'll see this. The clothing, they take out the clothing and they put it this way. They make it white. That means it's changed. Okay? Every year they change this cloth. Before, in olden days, they used to bring it from Egypt. For the last 30 years, there's a big factory in Makkah. That's where they make it. It takes them the whole year to make it. Understand? And it's proper gold and all this. It's a factory. We can go and visit that place as well. Oh. Sa'i, Safa, Marwa. If you haven't done your Sa'i, this is the time you're going to do Sa'i now. After you do the Tawaf Ziyarah. You cannot do Sa'i before Tawaf Ziyarah. Once you're out of your ihram, everything is halal for you. Except your wife is not still halal. Or for the wife, the husband is not halal. Until you don't do your Tawaf Ziyarah. You have to do your Tawaf Ziyarah. That's when your wife becomes halal for you. Or for your wife, you will become halal. Again, Sa'i, I already explained you, so I don't want to go through that again. Same way of doing Sa'i again. And once you finish your Sa'i, there's no worry about shaving, nothing. I already explained you about the 11th and 12th of Dhul Hijjah, so I don't have to go again of that you have to pelt the Jibba. But remember, brothers, the pelting time starts from Zawal. Okay? On the first day, starts in the morning. But on the 11th and the 12th Dhul Hijjah, the pelting time starts at Zawal time. And it ends next day, Subha Sadiq. So you got plenty time. Go aram se, no need to hurry. You know, sometimes the people will say, oh, let's go. No. Saudi government, what they do is, they try to make you do quickly in the morning as well. They say, oh, because of rush control. No. Don't worry about it. Take your time and try to go in the afternoon or later afternoon. You can go before Asr or after Asr. Understand? But don't hurry and don't panic. You will do it, inshallah. So, 11 of Dhul Hijjah, you only have to pelt the 3, and 12 of Dhul Hijjah, the 3. And on the 12th of Dhul Hijjah, once you finish pelting, you can go back to Makkah to your hotel. Understand? Your Hajj is done. You don't have to worry. If you want to stay back and pelt on the 3rd day, it's optional. So if you want to, then you have to stay in Mina. And then pelt again another 3 on the 13th of Dhul Hijjah. Okay? Prophet ﷺ stayed for the 3 days, but it's optional. Prophet gave an optional. Prophet said, it's in the Quran. Allah says as well, if you want to, if you can stay, if you don't want to, you can carry on. Understand? So, on the 12th of Dhul Hijjah, many people, what they think, we have to get out from Mina by sunset. No. The time doesn't end till Subha Sadiq of the 13th of Dhul Hijjah. So you don't panic. Just tell the 3 shaitan on the 13th of Dhul Hijjah, 12th of Dhul Hijjah, and you go back. Alhamdulillah, brothers, by sitting in the Bari Park Masjid, you have done your Hajj. MashaAllah. This is just dam. To explain you what dam is, badana is a big animal, like a camel or a cow. If you make a very major mistake, then you'll have to give a camel or a cow. Understand? You need to find out this mistake. If whenever you make a mistake in Hajj, I always say and an advice to my brothers and sisters, when your Hajj finishes, give 100 riyals sadaqah. Understand? Because you will make minor mistakes. Minor mistakes do happen. 1, 2 hair came out. You by mistake you use soap. Understand? After eating the food, you wash your face. Many things will happen. Minor mistakes do happen. So to cover that minor mistakes, give 100 riyals as a sadaqah. If you make a major mistake, then obviously you have to give a dam. A dam is to sacrifice a sheep or a goat. Sadaqah is equivalent to sadaqah fitr. Okay? So like 5 pounds equivalent. But I always say give. There are trains there for traveling, but in Hajj time, don't worry about trains. Just do normal bus and that's it. You'll do it. Tawaf-e-Wida. Now, alhamdulillah, your Hajj is done. Say alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Now you're in Makkah for a few days. After a few days, we're going to go to Medina. So while you're in Makkah, you can do now as many tawaf you want, as many umrah you want. Because the main thing is out. Finished. You've done it. But you know what? I'm telling you, brothers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I've experienced this, that's what I'm telling you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you spiritual power. And what happens? You're walking so much, but you don't get tired. Once Hajj finishes, 10 hours you'll be in bed. Hajj finishes, your body just goes sink down, and you'll be in your bed. And you'll be completely like a dead man in your bed. And chai khana hai? Sleep. You'll be sleeping like that. But once you get fit, inshallah, you can start back your salah, you can do tawaf, you can do your umrah as well if you want to. The day you're going to leave Makkah to come back home or to go to Medina, you have to do Tawaf-e-Wida. Tawaf-e-Wida is wajib on everyone, except for those sisters who are in periods. It's not wajib upon them. Where did I come up with that? When Prophet ﷺ finished his Hajj. Now listen to Prophet ﷺ's scenario. He finished his Hajj, straight away his plan was, on the 13th of Dhul Hijjah, once Hajj is finished, back to Medina. That's what his plan was. So they started packing their bags. Hazrat Maimuna radiallahu ta'ala anha started crying. Prophet ﷺ went to her and said, my Maimuna, why are you crying for? He said, Prophet, because of me, you'll have to stay another week because I'm in my period started. I can't do Tawaf-e-Ziyarah. Prophet ﷺ asked her a question. Maimuna, have you done your Tawaf-e-Ziyarah? He said, yes. He said, if you've done your Tawaf-e-Ziyarah, pack your bags and go. So that hadith is in Bukhari that shows us that Tawaf-e-Wida is not wajib on sisters who are pregnant. Tawaf-e-Ziyarah is wajib, but Tawaf-e-Wida is not wajib. Okay? Yeah. But it's wajib on everyone. So we have to do Tawaf-e-Wida. Now, if you did your Tawaf-e-Wida, once you have done it, and then you thought that, you know what, we still got half a day left. I've done my Tawaf-e-Wida. Now I can't do any Tawaf. No. After Tawaf-e-Wida as well, you can do as many Nafal Tawaf as you want. Understand? But your Tawaf-e-Wida is already done. So Tawaf-e-Wida is the last Tawaf. Now, Alhamdulillah brothers, we're coming to Medina. Medina is not part of Hajj, but Medina is a place, brothers. Prophet ﷺ said, that person is unfortunate who came all the way to Makkah and he did not visit me. Understand? My brothers, the intention of visiting Medina should be, we are visiting Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Clear your intention. Because there are two places there. One is Masjid al-Nabawi. Shall we make the intention of visiting Masjid al-Nabawi or shall we make the intention of Rasulullah? Masjid al-Nabawi, we would not know that masjid if Prophet ﷺ wasn't there. We only know that masjid because of Rasulullah ﷺ. So we should make our intention. We are going to Medina to visit Rasulullah ﷺ. Our Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, our Aqidah is all the prophets from Adam alayhi salam till Muhammad Rasulullah ﷺ, they are all alive in the graves. Okay? Today also, if you open the graves, any prophet's grave, you will find them as though they're just buried 1 hour ago. Understand? Their body is completely same. Nothing changed in them. Because the way they were buried. That because the ground is not allowed to even eat anything. So their coffin will be same and the body will be same as well. This is all the prophets. And they are alive. Prophet ﷺ saw Musa alayhi salam when he went for Mi'raj. He saw Musa alayhi salam reading namaz in his qabr. He saw Ibrahim alayhi salam reading namaz in his qabr. Understand? So these prophets are alive. When we go to Medina, when we say Assalamu alaikum, Prophet ﷺ gives us an answer, wa alaikum salam. Another piece of advice which I want to give to my brothers and sisters. For Allah's sake, for Allah's sake, for Allah's sake, while you're doing tawaf, put your mobiles in your pocket. While you're in haram, in this place, when you go for salatu salam, put your mobile. I've seen people taking selfie. While doing tawaf, bhai main tawaf kar raha hu, dekho, aapko bhi dikha do. Allah sabr. Tu tawaf kar raha hai, dikhane ke liye. You doing tawaf to show the people or doing tawaf for Allah? Similar, when you go to near Prophet ﷺ, have the respect. Imagine if a Prophet was sitting in front of you, would you come out with your selfie and say, oh, look at me, I'm doing a selfie, oh, Prophet is there. You're not going to do that. You have that respect. So always remember, brothers, in Mecca, in Medina Masjid, when you go for salam, put your phones away. While you're doing tawaf, put your phones away. Remember that. Have that respect. So let's go to Medina Munawwara. Medina Munawwara, mashallah, this is Masjid al-Nabawi. I'm just going a few pictures. May Allah take us all, inshallah. Shair कहता है, हमने माना कि जन्नत बहुत है हंसी. हमने माना कि जन्नत बहुत है हंसी, छोड़कर हम मदीना न जाए कहीं. यूं तो जन्नत में सब है, तो जन्नत में सब है, मदीना नहीं, और मदीने में जन्नत मौजूद है. What does that mean? We thought that Jannat, we know that Jannat is so beautiful and we might not end up in Medina, but in Jannat there is everything, not Medina, but in Medina there is Jannat. Understand? So in Masjid al-Nabawi, there is an area which will come here, I'm going to show you. And Medina Munawwara, you know, Prophet ﷺ, he made a dua. What dua he made? He said, Allah, you made Makkah as a haram area, with the dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam, make Medina haram as well. Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted Prophet ﷺ's dua. That's why Medina has got also the sanctity of the haram. Understand? The respect has to be given there as well. Okay. These are the umbrellas there, hydraulic umbrellas which will open namaz time, Zohar time, Asr time because it's too hot. You'll see the umbrellas outside as well. People can read namaz outside. This is the area, Qibla is that way. This is the area where Prophet ﷺ used to read his tahajjud prayer. So if you get a chance to read the tahajjud prayer near his grave here, so you can read the tahajjud prayer there. Understand? This is the area where Sahaba used to sit and learn this sabak. This is called Ashab al-Sufa. This area, the carpet color is completely different. Sisters, you will have your own timings where it will be cordon for brothers. So sisters, you will be going there and your times will be on your nusuk. Your slots will be there. So you will go and read your namaz there. And brothers, this is the area, this green carpet area is the area of Jannah. Understand? Prophet ﷺ said, between my house This is Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's house. Between my house and my mimbar, the area is a part of Jannah. Rawdatum min riyadul Jannah. Understand? So you need to get a slot booked for you, so you can go there and read as many salah as you can. You know the best thing is about that. If you went for example, if you went before Fajr for your slot, and you were booked, and you end up here, and Fajr's azan starts, you're so lucky you will be able to read your Fajr namaz there. Understand? Because they won't take you out. Because you're already there, so they'll say to you, bad job, so Fajr bhi yahi padna. Understand? So any namaz time, it will be a good chance. This is the mihrab where Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to lead the prayer. Saudi, before the imams used to lead in the front, but nowadays imams also lead from there. Imams also stand there. Okay. This is Masjid al-Nabawi. These are the three graves. Where Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's grave is, then Sayyidina Abu Bakr, Sayyidina Umar. Okay. When you go to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's grave, you say, As-salatu wa-salamu alayka ya Rasulullah. As-salatu wa salamu alayka ya Habiballah. As-salatu wa salamu alayka ya Khairul Khalq. All these salam, you can read as many. It's all in the booklets. You will get it, inshallah. You can say salam as many you can do, inshallah. Then you pass salam to Sayyidina Abu Bakr. Then you pass to Sayyidina Umar. So basically, this is the area of salam. This area, brothers, is always open. Any 24 hours. So you can just come from the Babu Salam, you walk in straight, you stand here, say salam to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you walk with Prophet Abu Bakr, Sayyidina Abu Bakr, then Sayyidina Umar, and then you come out of the area, and then you face the Qibla is that way, and then you make dua. Allah thank Allah, Shukar Tera, you brought me here. Understand? When you are in this area, this is the area of Riyazul Jannah. That's where you need a slot to book yourself. Brothers, this area is completely sealed wall. No need to peep inside and watch anything. You will not see anything. So don't be disrespectful over there. Just carry on. You see, when people are going there, they're praying, they're giving the salam. This is how they'll be walking. Okay. These are just some pictures for you to just see. Performing, obviously, I don't think anybody of you who's going for Hajj, they're going to stay for 8 days in Medina. Understand? In Medina, it's only those people who go from Pakistan, they've got a 40 days quota, Bangladesh, 40 days visa, India, 40 days visa. So they special 10 days they spend in Medina, 30 days they spend in Makkah, including Hajj. Understand? For wherever they go from Bangladesh, they go from Pakistan or they go from India, they've got 40 days kind of place to stay. So 10 days, the whole 10 days they stay in Medina. So for them, that can be understandable. Alhamdulillah, before it used to happen, when I went for Hajj in 94, we stayed for 6 or 40 days. Alhamdulillah, we had full 10 days in there. So in there, this hadith can be understandable. If you read 40 namaz, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will clean you from nifaq and shirk. Okay. Now when you go there, you'll see the food, you can keep your shoes there, the numbers are written there as well, so you can remember whichever doors you're going to go. Sisters, you have a completely different section to read your salah. You won't be mixing with brothers over there. In Masjid al-Nabawi. Okay. This is just Jannatul Baqi is the graveyard of Medina Munawwara. Please, brothers, make sure you go to visit. Go after Fajr. Go with a janaza. After every namaz, there's a janaza. Most of the time. Understand? So go after janaza. Go with them and then visit there. They are, according to Imam Malik Rahmatullah Alayhi, it's approximately 10,000 Sahabas are buried there. Understand? Prophet Sallallahu all the wives, except for Hazrat Khadija radiallahu ta'ala and Zainab, Maimuna, they're not there. Besides that, they are, all the wives have been buried there, and then the daughters of Prophet Sallallahu are buried there as well. Fatima radiallahu ta'ala, Zainab, Ruqayya, Kulsum, they're all there. And Sayyidina Ibrahim, Prophet Sallallahu son, is also buried there. Imam Malik is buried there. Hazrat Usman radiallahu ta'ala is buried there. Understand? So there are so many Sahabas there. Sisters, it's not like Barry Park, Luton, Kabristan that you can go and visit. This is the place where you weren't allowed to go inside, so you can just send a salutation from outside. These are the graves. Hazrat Usman radiallahu ta'ala's grave. See, there's no sign, nothing. Our graveyard, mashallah, we spent 3,000 pounds on writing names and all that. There's not even one single grave with anybody's name on it. Understand? Simple, completely simple grave. This is Masjid Quba. Prophet ﷺ said, whoever does wuzu in his house, obviously as we people in a hotel, and go to Masjid al-Quba and read 2 rakats in Masjid al-Quba, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him the reward of performing 1 maqbul umrah. Imagine you're 400 kilometers away from Makkah and you read 2 rakats in that masjid and Allah gives you the reward of performing 1 umrah. Understand? So brothers, do visit Masjid al-Quba. Understand? Prophet ﷺ used to always visit every Saturday. He used to walk. There is a path, walking path there. Saudi government has made that as well. Very good walking path from all the way to Masjid al-Nabawi to Quba. But it's a long walk. You can go that as well. It's a morning walk after Fajr if you go, it's good. Or else you just catch a taxi and taxi will take you. You can go for ziyarah 2 places. Go to Masjid al-Quba and go to Mount Ohad. Finish. Your ziyarah is done. You want to go other places? MashaAllah, you can go. This is Jabal Ohad, where you Mount Ohad, you can visit there, the graves of Hazrat Hamza radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Musab bin Umair radiallahu ta'ala anhu. These are the graves of the Sahaba, the martyrs of Ohad. Then there is a masjid called Masjid al-Qiblatain, where there are 2 Qiblas. Imagine they were reading the Asr prayer, facing towards Masjid al-Aqsa, and the caller came and said, Qibla has changed, and they all turned round this way, and they faced this way. So Kaaba, the Masjid al-Aqsa was that way, and Kaaba was that way. The whole turn. So 2 rakats that way, 2 rakats that way. Understand? So that is why this masjid is known as Masjid al-Qiblatain. The masjid is 2 Qiblas. This is Masjid al-Gamama. When Prophet ﷺ's time, this area, they used to read the Eid prayers. So Eid prayers was not read in the Masjid al-Nabawi, it was read outside here. But Masjid al-Gamama is written why? Because there was no rain for a while, and a whole cloud came from the heaven till right down. So that's why it's called Masjid al-Gamama. Understand? They've named it that area. Brothers, I finished, alhamdulillah. Now we are coming to the question and answer. This is my email address and this is my number. You can note down. You can call me anytime, inshallah. Not at 12 o'clock midnight. My wife will get worried. So this is the number and this is my email address. You can send me an email. If you want to ask any questions, please do not hesitate. Inshallah, I'm your brother and I'll help you as much as I can, inshallah. You can, in Saudi Arabia, if you want to say, just send me a voice clip and I'll send you a voice clip back as well. Anything you want to ask, inshallah. You cannot make a WhatsApp calls are not allowed in Saudi Arabia. So unless you want to use another platform, but WhatsApp is allowed, but not WhatsApp calls or WhatsApp meeting. So this is just for your information. I'm leaving that number for brothers and sisters. Whoever can, whenever they want to call me, they can always call me, inshallah. And I'll try my best to help you out, inshallah. Now, I'm coming to the questions. If they have any questions. If nothing, we'll make a dua and we'll finish it, inshallah. So, brothers and sisters, the floor is yours now. Or we'll call Maulana Nuruddin. Because Maulana Nuruddin is the one who's going to make the dua. Any questions, brothers?
Do you sleep in the room?
Yes, of course. MashaAllah.
Is it
You
recommended
must be
to have
you must be an
sets?
angel for that. Yes, sleep. Now I tell you one thing. In Ihram, you are not allowed to cover your face. You're not allowed to cover your head. Okay? But you can cover your feet in blanket. Doesn't matter. Okay? Once you sleep and your quilt went on top, doesn't matter.
If you and your wife going,
Yeah.
I mean, I put my wife and the wife of the partner, some, an additional number in the platform of the platform.
No, sir. No, sir.
So when I get there, do I have to get her a SIM as well for the phone?
I think what it is that every person should have that app.
Yeah, but she's not very good with their phone.
Now, brother, you are not the only one in that situation. I'm sure there will be many people throughout the globe who will come and will be in that situation. Inshallah, you will put her in it, it will be fine. I haven't used it. I haven't been to Saudi Arabia since the nusuk started. So I exactly know. But those people who have been, you can always ask that.
So, about Ihram,
Yeah,
there are some tube Ihrams also available. What is your intake on that? They are
What my
unstitched,
advice is?
yeah.
What my advice is,
Yeah.
that these 2 pieces of clothing,
Yeah.
right, these are your ihram,
Yeah.
right? Now what you do is, if you know someone else going for Hajj, if you know someone else is going from Hajj from your area,
Yeah.
you two buy one another extra.
Yeah.
Tell him, you keep one cloth, and I'll keep one. Because if something happens, you only need one.
Yeah.
Because if your bottom is gonna get bad, at least you can use that extra one at the bottom. The top one is this. So this is what I always say.
Actually,
You don't need extra. I've never bought extra to my, and whenever I've been, this is the same thing I use.
You know, I was asking there the aram type of aram is
You mean the round
tube aram?
Tube aram.
Yeah.
Yes, that's allowed as well.
Yeah. Okay.
It is not stitched.
Yeah, it's not a
The way they make it is
Yeah.
round tube.
Yeah,
It's a little lungi.
Yeah.
It's fine. You can wear it. No problem. You cannot wear lungi because that's stitched.
Yeah,
But you can wear that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't understand.
Okay.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
So you can have a spare set of ihram if you
You
want.
can. There's nothing wrong. You can change them. As long as your intention is right. That's the main thing. You can change it. Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Can you,
Because sometimes you get dirty. You there, so Saran can drop on you something dirty. You need to change it. Yeah. So
say for my brother, he's been to Hajj, yeah, and he's come back, he's got sets of these around
yeah.
at home. Would I able to use his?
Yes, why not? Yes, of course you can. You don't need to buy any. You can use your brother's. You can use mine. I'll leave you.
No, but I'm just saying, I mean,
I'm just saying that. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can get. You just have to get it washed.
Yeah.
I don't buy every year. Same one. Just wash it. Use it.
Okay. My flight is from Gatwick to Jeddah and Jeddah to Medina. Okay, so I'm not going.
If you are flying straight, if you're not going to Makkah,
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about ihram.
Okay.
So you don't even have to worry about where you're going to put your ihram in your suitcase away.
Yeah.
But just in case, leave it in your hand.
Yeah.
In case something happens, okay? But especially you going to Medina, you don't
Yeah.
have to worry.
Okay.
When you go from Medina,
Yeah.
just 5 kilometers outside Medina,
Yeah.
there's Miqat.
Yeah.
The Medina's Miqat is the most furthest one. Understand? So from Makkah to Medina, the distance 400 kilometers,
Yeah.
that is only in 5 kilometers there. And then you have all this long journey, Prophet Sallallahu was in Arab. Understand?
Okay. And we will start the talbiyah from
Yes,
from the Ihram, yeah?
Yes. So in Umrah, you start your talbiyah from the time you wear ihram.
Yeah.
Before you start your tawaf, you stop your talbiyah.
Yeah. Okay.
In Hajj, you start your talbiyah from the time of ihram.
Yeah.
You stop your talbiyah the first day when you're about to go and pelt the shaitan.
Okay.
You see? Remember this rule.
Yeah.
So in Umrah, you start the talbiyah from ihram, stop before tawaf. In Hajj, you start your talbiyah, you stop before pelting the first shaitan on the 10th day. So you'll be doing talbiyah on the 8th of Zilhijjah, 9th of Zilhijjah, 10th Zilhijjah in the morning until you pelt.
Oh, so you know when you start the tawaf, you said Bismillah, Allah Akbar, Walillahi alhamd.
Yeah.
Yes. When you go around the second time, do you need to read that?
No.
No.
That is
You
only
only
the
read
first
that
one.
once. Okay.
After you finish the
Yeah.
first round,
Then you
Bismillah,
do
Allahu Akbar.
Bismillah Akbar.
Second round, Bismillah.
Bismillah
Third
Akbar.
round, Bismillah.
Okay.
Akbar.
Okay.
Okay, brothers, we'll make a short dua, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, sir.
So there's another couple of questions.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, go on.
Just a quick one I want to ask. As I'm intending to go for Hajj, and I'm not sure when I went for Hajj in the year 2001, I went with Mufti Zulul Haq. He got injured and he hurt his leg, he went to the hospital. Now for foreigners, whether it's non-Saudi citizens, is that if they get hurt or injured, broken bone or something, let's say, Allah forbid, when they go to the hospital, is their medical expenses
Yes.
covered?
Yes.
That's what I'm
Everyone who's going Hajj now, from last year, you have to have insurance, medical insurance. Without medical insurance, nobody gives you a visa. That's a rule. Okay? So your medical insurance you already have paid. So when you go to Saudi Arabia, anything happens to you, everything is free. You have to wait.
Saji, I believe we saw that it was 1.5 inches for the ladies to cut their hair. Can it have to be from all their hair, or can it be from one pattern braid?
No. They comb all the hair till down, and they go straight line. So where was the bottom going down, they just have to take 1 inch and so
Sheikh, how much Zamzam water you have to bring back?
You only allow 5 liters. I think so. You might not have more.
Sheikh, you pray 2 rakat of wajib behind Maqam Ibrahim.
Yes.
You mentioned after every tawaf. So if you do 5 tawaf, do you do 10 rakat?
Yes.
Right. But have you got enough time?
Yes.
People are
Why
pushing
you're there. You can read as many as you like. But you don't have to read together. You can read 2, 3 now and afterwards.
So every time you do a tawaf, you do.
Every time you do tawaf, there's 2 rakats.
The tawaf and ziyarat, that doesn't involve sa'i marwa, does it?
Tawaf is ziyarah has got not, it's not part of it. Sa'i of that is to be done after tawaf.
Yeah.
So that sa'i is wajib. If you have done that sa'i before Hajj, you don't have to do it.
The
If you haven't done it, you have to do it.
sa'i is safa marwa.
Yeah, Safa Marwa.
Okay.
And that is done after tawaf, not before.
Jazakallah.
ठीक है मौलाना
Yeah.
नूरुल अमीन आप दुआ करा
You also mentioned ifrar. What is the meaning of ifrar?
Ifrad means only Hajj.
Only.
For example, you are going from here, you're not going to do Umrah. So you arrive in Saudi Arabia, and for Ifrad, there's no Qurbani. In Tamattu and Qiran, you have to do Qurbani is wajib. You know, after pelting, you're waiting for your Qurbani. In Ifrad, you don't have to wait for anything. Once you pelt, you just have to shave your hair now.
So which one we do more from here?
Most of the people from the United Kingdom they do Tamattu. It's more easier.
What does the word waquf mean?
Wukuf means stay in one area.
Stay in one area.
So would everybody be doing the main Hajj tawaf at the same time? Whatever number, 60,000 people.
Yeah.
Right. So
Tawaf is ziyarah, as I told you, Tawaf is ziyarah time starts on the 10th of Zulhijjah, ends on the 12th. So all these people will be doing in that time. But most of the people will be going on the 10th. And then, and remember, the Friday will come, everyone will be there. Try to read the Friday prayer, so they just want to be there.
So during Umrah, so you got people who are doing the 7th tawaf who are doing the Umrah.
7 rounds, yeah.
7 rounds. Are you going to have mixed people who are doing this normal 1 or 2 tawaf as
Yeah,
well?
yeah, yeah. You might not
No.
have normal people doing Umrah.
Yeah,
You
they'll
will
do
find
that.
it, you will do it, you will.
Yeah, you have to be there.
Because in near Mataf, everybody is in Ihram. You can't go without Ihram.
So you mentioned that you don't know the ruling of the Qurbani now. But how was it before?
You will find out over there. Once you go there, they'll tell you exactly.
Yeah, but when you went previously, how was it then?
In previous years, what used to happen that the group, because we used to go in a group,
Yeah.
so the group leader, organizers of who are taking us from here, they are the one who used to organize it. So it was easy, because we knew exactly. Because we just had to pay the group leader, and the group leaders used to organize it, and they used to tell us by text message that the Qurbani is done. Alhamdulillah. It was so
You
easy.
didn't have to go. in
Now
there.
we don't know how the situation is. You will get the information, but how you get it, I don't know. Inshallah, we'll find out. May Allah make it easy for all of us. Then make a short dua, inshallah, brothers.
Maybe you should give the sisters an opportunity to ask questions.
I have asked the question. I don't know if Maulana.
Okay. Usually left out.
He's already done it. I think Maulana has already sent a message to them.
Jazakallah khair once again.
Sisters, you can ask questions if you want to. You can write it down, send it. Or you can email us, don't worry.
Jazakallah khair for everyone attending. May Allah accept your coming, inshallah. We don't know for which gathering, Allah will have which mercy. So we have hope that Allah will accept this gathering of us and may He make it a means of our salvation. Ameen. The mailing list for the brothers and sisters are there. Please, if you can fill up your details in case anything's changed. So do update, inshallah. Any feedback you can write on the paper provided, please, that will be helpful and appreciated. Donations towards future events, you've got the buckets on the tables. Ma naqsat malu min sadaqah, wealth does not decrease by giving in charity. So please open your hearts out and do donate. And we're going to request ourselves for a dua. And once again, many thanks to Great Jami Masjid for hosting the event. And for the organizers here around, inshallah, may Allah accept them and give them himmah to arrange more events in the future. And to everyone again, Jazakallah khair, barakallah fikum. We will request our Ustaz Muhtaram Maulana Adam to make the final dua. Jazakallah khair.
Brothers and sisters, again, alhamdulillah, jazakallah for all of you coming as well and giving your time as well. Alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of you. And brothers and sisters, any questions come up in your mind, you got my number and you got my email address as well. Sisters, you can send me a text message as well. Inshallah, I will answer your questions if you have any, inshallah. Let's make Durood Sharif one time. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina wa nabiyyina Maulana Muhammad wa barik sallim. اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا مولانا محمد صلاة تنجينا بها من جميع الأحوال والآفات وتقضي لنا بها من جميع الحاجات وتحلنا بها من جميع السيئات وترفعنا بها عند أعلى الدرجات وتبلغنا بها من أشرف الغايات من جميع الخيرات في الحياة بعد الممات إنك على كل شيء قدير. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. Oh Allah, forgive us, Ya Allah. All our brothers and sisters who have come, Ya Allah, forgive all of them, Ya Allah. All our brothers and sisters, Ya Allah, from United Kingdom and from throughout the globe, Ya Allah, who are going for Hajj, Ya Allah, make it easy for them, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, accept it from them and make it easy from them, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, make the every day and every step they take, Ya Allah, give them the plenty reward, Ya Allah. Give them the best reward, Ya Allah, in this world and the year after, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, make their Hajj Mabrur, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, make their Hajj Mabrur, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, your Rasulullah said that Hajj Mabrur, there is no reward but Jannah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, clean them, Ya Allah. Bring them back as though they were born today, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, accept the Hajj for everyone, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, all those brothers and sisters who tried their best to go for Hajj but they couldn't go, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, make it easy for them next year or after that year, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, make, Ya Allah, all those brothers and sisters, Ya Allah, who has put so much effort in going for Hajj, Ya Allah, make it easy for them, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, make the situation so easy, Ya Allah, that the way people were going before Hajj, Ya Allah, it comes back, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, the way we were going Hajj before, Ya Allah, it might become more easier than that as well, as Allah. Ya Allah, and more, Ya Allah, make it happen, Ya Allah, then more affordable for everyone, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, you are the one who gives us money, Ya Allah. You are the one who gives us, Ya Allah, sustenance, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you are the one, Ya Allah, in your path we're going to spend this money, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, make it easy for all our brothers and sisters, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, there are so many brothers and sisters, Ya Allah. If they would be easy, Ya Allah, they could go as well, Ya Allah. Make it easy for them, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, throughout the globe, Ya Allah, throughout the globe, Ya Allah, make it easy, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, give the right understanding to the people who are in charge over there, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, give them the right hidayah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, give them the right understanding to help the people who come to ziyarah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, give the leaders of Saudi Arabia that understanding, Ya Allah, to be lenient and easy and helpful more to the Hajis and the people who do Umrah, rather than being more hard on the tourists for other places, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, give them the hidayah, Ya Allah, give them the right guidance, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, if the guidance is not written for them, Ya Allah, give that personality, give that authority, Ya Allah, to those who are proper guided, Ya Allah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.